Entertainment, the perfect blend of paranormal and pop culture, with your host, Joe Wakefield and Ryan Lang.
I love it. I'm a fan of this. I'm here for it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Earthling Entertainment with your hosts, Joe and Ryan.
That's right. I'm your host who was recently cursed by a jar of old gypsy teeth I found in the cellar, Joe Wakefield.
A jar of old gypsy teeth will get you every time. Hey guys, it's me, Ryan.
You know, it sounds weird, but my grandfather, when he passed away, he did have a jar of teeth that my cousin still has. I have no idea why. He was a landlord, and he was also, like, really, really Italian. So it could be nefarious as hell, or it could be just, like, an endearing thing where he's like, every kid, when they lose teeth,
I was going to say, like, I was
put it in a jar.
Yeah, let's lean more towards, like, the wholesome one and not, like, you were late on your payment this month.
I don't know is all I'm saying, Ryan.
Just start shaking the jar.
Yeah, like, I've come for the cash or I've come for the teeth.
They call him the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, now I'm really into this. I got to hit up my cousin Vince. Vince, where is this jar of teeth? And anywho. Guys, if you are returning listeners, thanks for coming back. We have another great show for you today. And if you are new to the show, you might be wondering, well, what is this? What exactly do you guys do? What?
I don't even know.
He doesn't. I tell him every week. It's a real problem. Anyways,
Can you tell us again?
I will. We are the perfect blend between paranormal and pop culture. And when I say that, I'm serious. We kind of go back and forth. It's like pop culture, paranormal. But it's kind of a layer cake of the two. And it couldn't be more delicious of a podcast known as Earthling Entertainment. See, I'm trying to streamline.
You're doing well. I'm enjoying this.
Like how do we explain the show in a nutshell? We used to have it down, and then we kind of changed the format.
Well, because it's like we start with kind of just you and me.
Banter.
Just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
And then we tackle right into spooky stuff, which is cryptids, paranormal.
Yeah. Oh, and this week's a great one because this week we actually have an interview with Michael O'Connor, who is the guy who created the Cryptids and Paranormal Conference, the convention we went to last year and will be attending again this year.
He's a good guy.
He is.
A lot of fun.
Definitely knows his stuff.
And his band is pretty sweet, too.
That's true.
Honestly,
That's true.
yeah.
We talked briefly about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then after that, we jump into the pop culture section, which is mainly nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
A
lot of times that's where our celebrity interviews are because we tend to have more pop culture guests recently.
That's
but
true.
If it's a paranormal guest, they go in the paranormal section. See what I'm saying there? Layer cake.
That's right. And then immediately after that comes a classic section, which we've been doing from the start.
Oh, yeah.
Disclosure discussion.
That one's all about aliens.
And UFOs.
And UFOs and extra dimensionals and
stuff like that.
But that was really what started the podcast. I watched a lot of Ancient Aliens, and Ryan watched a lot of TikTok, YouTube videos of different conspiracies. And then we started talking and we realized, well, we've both been into it for so long and we have so much deeper knowledge. Why don't we do a conspiracy podcast? Except not so much conspiracy as it is just alien encrypted knowledge. And it grew from there.
That's true. And it's been a growing thing. And just along with also loving these movies and shows that kind of make the unreal more real. It's like all of it is what we love.
It is. And yeah, because I actually went to film school and have a career in film besides what I do here. So it just seemed like a great amalgamation to put those two things together and create this podcast. And we did it, and it's turning out great. I believe this is episode 124.
Oh, my God.
So
I haven't checked on that in a while.
Yeah, so, all steam ahead, I should say.
I agree, dude. Full steam indeed.
Full steam indeed.
Indeed.
Yes. If we had seasons, this would be the steampunk season. We would have cool hats with gears and whatnot.
That's right. So just remember to search Earthling Entertainment wherever it is that you listen to podcasts. And if you want to do us a solid, go ahead and download this week's episode. You can download them all. That'd be even better.
Yeah, you know what? Just spend the time and go through every episode and just hit download. I mean, downloading the episodes is actually the best way to support the show.
That's true. It's our bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what keeps us going. But seriously, guys, no, we do this because we love it. And We love that you love it. And you can always hit us up if you have any stories of your own that you want us to cover or have any comments at earthlingentertainmentpodcast@gmail.com.
It's true. We have a lot of hot takes on this show. So if you'd like to agree with us or disagree with us, I would gladly read an email that said, Joe, here is a essay on why you're stupid.
Let me properly explain to you.
I would be pretty stoked that someone took that much time just to prove me wrong. So if you're that person, hit us up on any of our socials or email.
Please do.
Oh, and I guess one other thing would be if you'd also like to support the show and get something cool in return, you can go to Amazon and get the official Earthling Entertainment coloring book. It's $15, 160 pages of coloring fun where your hosts, me and Ryan, are tackling different cryptids and different spooky scenarios.
It really is quite epic, everybody. I don't know how many podcasts you know that have their own coloring book, but we do, so everyone's gonna have to kind of step up to the plate here.
I know at least one. It's a very niche audience for adult coloring books, right? And I don't want to stereotype, but it's a lot of people who smoke pot.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
it's people who have time on their hands and want to color.
And open minds.
And open minds.
That's right. Expand your
But if
mind.
you are not a pothead, I still suggest you buy the Earthling Entertainment coloring book. If you're giving
That's
it as a
true.
gift, make sure they're 10 or over.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not that, it's just some of them are kind of creepy.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
because
All
we
right.
do a lot of cryptids.
I feel like we've officially plugged everything we needed to plug.
Did we?
Right? Yeah.
Sweet.
So now we can kind of jump into the show. So
Awesome.
last week or the week before, I was on vacation. I didn't get to go to the movies, and I felt terrible about it. But then this week, I did get to go to the movies, and I felt happy again. It's my happy
Yay.
place, Ryan.
I know it is, Joe.
Well, I saw the movie Busboys, and I'll get into that in a minute. But what I wanted to say is, as long as we've been doing this kind of partnership with MJR, and I've been doing these out of the theater reactions, it just by chance, I've pretty much liked every movie that I've seen. And I thought eventually, of course, because, no one likes everything, there's going to be something that I just do not like. And I kind of wondered how we would navigate that, because we didn't actually get into the finer details with the MJR deal of just like, I would have never said, I'm going to say I like everything, or I'm going to always be positive. That's not an agreement I would have made.
I feel like it's fair that you can share your opinion, good or bad.
Right? So I was kind of on the fence of just being like, when this movie I saw it and I just hated it so much, and I'm like, this is going to be the first time I'm like, hey guys, we're associated with the theater. This movie sucked. Don't go see it.
Well, I mean, it's not like it sucks. Just you didn't like it.
No, objectively, okay, so all film is objective.
Exactly.
So someone out there, this might be their favorite movie.
Correct.
I don't want to take anything away from it. I am pretty forgiving of stupid movies, and it didn't work for me. So you're a special kind of person if you were entertained by this one.
Well, who knows? Special is, it can mean many
Special
things.
is as special does.
Yeah.
So the movie, I'm going to say just a couple things that I didn't do out of the theater review. So for one, there's some individual jokes and things that happen in the film that are funny, that in of themselves are funny, but like the whole overall film isn't great. There's a roadkill scene, which sounds terrible, where they keep hitting bunnies and the more bunnies keep coming out.
That sounds hilarious.
That was kind of funny. Yeah. And I mentioned that in the out of theater review. But then there was other things where they were trying to be, I want to say like late 90s, early 2000s funny. One of the main characters' mother is a lesbian, and the worst stereotypical butch version of a gay woman you could ever imagine.
Okay.
And the entire time she's walking around and pissed off, telling him that he needs to come up with enough money so she can get a penis.
Okay.
A penis surgery.
Okie dokie.
Which is great, but it's... which is cool. You want to spend your money on that, that's fine. But it's just, it didn't feel like they did it clever enough. It felt like, I'm uncomfortable. And they didn't just do it once. They kept bringing it up. Like it was a main plot point of the film. Was
the penis surgery.
This guy needed money to help his mother get a penis.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. So that's a plot driver.
It
right
is
there.
So when I say it out
More
loud,
ways
it
than
actually, if I was to describe this film to myself, I think I would be like, that sounds amazing, because I like ridiculous humor.
Yes.
But it wasn't funny. It was crude. I think there's a place.
You calling something crude, it must be quite crude.
It wasn't quite crude. It's not the right word. It was more just like it didn't hit right. It didn't hit like a funny joke. It hit kind of like cringy.
Okay.
And that was kind of the most of the movie. David Spade wrote and directed it. Excuse me, he did not direct it. He produced it and starred in it. So he didn't do either of those first things I said. He produced it and starred in it.
Fair enough.
But the thing is, I wanted to root for David Spade. I'm a Joe Dirt guy.
Of course.
I'm a Dickie Roberts, apologist. Dickie Roberts, former child star.
I never saw that one.
Great film.
Okay.
But this one didn't work. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It just didn't work. Well, anyways, what I was starting with is, so I did the review and I was kind of I didn't know how to approach it. So I was just kind of talking shit and having fun outside the theater, just being like, this movie, like, oh my God, don't see it. Terrible. Wouldn't do it. Just having a bunch of ridiculous thing. And then when I got home, in order to put together the social media video of the out of the theater reaction, normally those aren't cut very much.
Yeah.
I ended up having to have it all be jump cuts and have the poster pop up and all these other weird, fun things in order just to piece it together. And then I just kind of made it like a motif of the video. And it worked pretty well. And I was still nervous about it. But long story short, we put it out. It's gotten great reception, and MJR liked it, and they shared it on their post.
Wow.
And I think it's they always share it. That's part of our agreement, but they don't always put it in the story and kind of highlight them. So that was nice. The thing that I was a little worried about was kind of fixed because I made a point of saying I did go into this movie cold. Do you know what I mean? Like I knew nothing about it. So I kind of sold them on that. I pretty much was just like, guys, this movie blowed. I'm glad I went in cold. You should go in cold to a movie. Pick a random movie. Go see it. And that wasn't even a ploy to spin the out of the theater reaction to be more positive. Honestly, I do feel like that. I loved going to movies in LA when I didn't know anything about the movie because that's a city where all these art house films and foreign films that you would never hear of, they go to. It's a little different if you got a big theater chain, but random movie that you've never seen. I suggest it, Ryan.
No, and I do that sometimes. I used to. I don't have as much time anymore, but that used to be one of my favorite things to do is I would flip through, streaming services, and I would pick out like a movie that I'm like, man, I haven't, I've never seen that.
I know nothing about. You're literally judging it by the cover.
Like quite literally, yeah, just being like, and the name, just like, okay, that sounds cool, and bam, just jump in. And I've come across some pretty good ones that way. What was the Tom Cruise film where he just keeps dying over and over and over again? I did it with that one, and I was like, it was really good.
No, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah. So
apparently that's going to get a sequel at some point.
It was honestly awesome.
I
knew
sci-fi
nothing.
Groundhog Day. Yeah,
I knew nothing about it. So like that was just like that's one example that I have done it before. And honestly, with most horror, like I'll try pretty much any horror. I'll give it a shot. Like no matter how low budget.
Well, the thing with horror for me is low budget's not inherently a problem, but the problem is for me is I'm not a huge fan of suspense. I don't like sitting there looking at a dark hallway for 5 seconds waiting to see if something moves. That kind of stuff irritates me. I don't find it good.
I agree,
a lot of the indie films and the less expensive movies find good ways to use suspense. As a filmmaker, I get it. As an audience member, it drives me nuts.
I understand that. I can get that. Like I feel like certain films got away with it, and then a lot of people tried to copycat, like Paranormal Activity, stuff like that. It's very much exactly what you said. Like, oh, the camera is literally fixated on this one object for like 10 minutes, and then finally something happens.
Oh my God.
So,
but when it came out, it was very niche, and it made sense.
And it was scary because it was like the last time I think that we all believed something. Like, I feel the first time was Blair Witch Project.
Sure.
Which... we had no internet. We only knew what they talked about the film. They made it seem like it was a very real thing.
Yeah, they did. It was a great marketing campaign.
It worked well. Like it's arguably probably one of the most successful films of all time for what it cost to make and how much it made. Holy crap!
It did. It held the record for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. It really did. Well, on that social media post, I asked the question: was there any movie that you went and saw theater that you just absolutely hated? Is there a specific movie theater experience where you're just like, wow, this is god awful?
Oh my gosh. Man, you sprung that on me. Because honestly, like, I guess I can usually appreciate a movie, but I don't remember the last time I really went and hated what I saw, to be honest.
See, you're a lucky person.
I guess Elio was a disappointment with the kids because they didn't care, and I feel like the first half of the film had me, and then they just took a dump for the rest of it.
Yeah, I liked everything in Elio, except like you said, when the ultimate goal of this main character, this little boy who wants to meet aliens, gets abducted. Now the aliens believe he's representative of Earth, and he needs to do a peace treaty with a hostile alien race. All that's fine. But then, I don't know, you're right.
They just kind of rushed it along.
It peters out.
It felt like it didn't matter.
And we're the target audience because we have children and we like aliens. Go figure.
That's why that comes to mind as being a big disappointment. Because I was like, I remember being so stoked when I saw the trailer, like a year prior, and I was so excited. And I'm like, I'm gonna take the boys. And yeah, what can you do? But I mean, when it comes to like other films and such, I don't know. I'm bad lately. Like I can usually, because I'll watch a trailer, I'll read about it, I'll do some research, and I can usually figure out whether or not I think I'm going to like it, which I know is terrible, right?
Sure.
I should just give it a shot, but most of the time I end up being right. Like, I'll wait till it's streaming, and then I'll go to watch it, and I'll be like, yeah. And then I'll just turn it off. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I end up doing that a lot. Like,
my thing is I can see a trailer any part of marketing, and just because of what I know about film and everything, I could pick out what shots are from like the third act. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
So it's like I can always see where things are going because I could easily put it together like, okay, well, I saw a tidal wave. Here's a good example. I have not seen this movie, so I don't know if it's true.
Okay.
I'm not even going to
Total guess.
All right. So there's this new movie with Aaron Eckhart and Ben Kingsley, and they crash in the ocean, and the crash is just the beginning. They're like dealing with sharks and survival.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The point is, the movie is called Deep Water. Go figure. That took a lot of time for me to tell you that.
The water is deep.
The water is deep. Well, long story short, there is one shot in the trailer where Ben Kingsley is clearly still in the cockpit, and he's like holding something, a pitcher, a shrine. I don't remember because it was a very quick trailer, but he's holding something. Clearly he's about to die, and the water is about to break through the windshield and kill him. And it's just a quick shot of him being like, but it's like with that one shot, I now know Ben Kingsley is going to die. It's probably going to be towards the end of the movie. And I'm just guessing, there's no guarantee, but he will do something to sacrifice himself to save others. Him staying there will be why others live. Just a guess. We'll see the movie. But
there you have it.
I can do that with almost any piece of marketing. And it's horrible. But it's,
I kind of see that. I feel like because they just released the new Mandalorian Grogu trailer, and I watched that, and I feel like, I'm getting more of an idea of the film. I think I'm really going to like it, but I can't help but go back on the worries that you were kind of having with it being a standalone film. Let's face it, it's been 3 years since Mandalorian season 3. Like, it's been like 2-3 years since Mandalorian season 3.
And does this not feel like they took season 4 of The Mandalorian and were like, squeeze it and make it a movie?
Which stinks because they've done the opposite problem, right? Where they took Book of Boba Fett and were like, stretch it, make it a show.
But maybe that's why they're doing it, right? They're like, all right, stretching it didn't work. Now let's squeeze it down. And be like,
why don't we just write it?
Happy middle. Happy middle.
For God's sake.
What is wrong with you?
This is the way.
You know what we should do? Tell the ending through an app.
Oh.
God damn it.
Dude, it hurts. But no,
they call it Filoni Baloney.
I like that. I actually like that.
And, now, because everyone jumped on the fuck Kathleen Kennedy bandwagon, now that Dave Filoni's in charge, anytime something happens that we don't like, Filoni Baloney.
Hey, he knew what he signed up for.
I'm coining it here. To be fair, I like Dave Filoni.
Love Dave Filoni.
I really like Star Wars Rebels. I think that was a great show.
You know the way I feel about him. I love him. He does great alongside Jon Favreau. He does great doing the cartoons. But I feel like when it comes to live action, without Jon Favreau at his side, I don't know what it is. It's just the episodes where I can see where it's, and I can almost call it. In the minute, I'll be like, this must be a Dave Filoni only. And sure enough, it will be. And I'm like, because especially with Ahsoka, I feel like a lot of that
was all Dave Filoni.
All Dave. And you can tell.
Which was basically Rebels season 4.5.
Correct. But like with it being live action, I couldn't help but see that I feel like he didn't miss the mark, but I feel like he could have nailed it harder
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how I feel about college.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The
I don't know,
jacket
man.
is tight, son.
I get what you're saying. But let's not get too much deep into Star Wars lore. Rest assured, we are excited for The Mandalorian and Grogu, and you'll definitely hear our thoughts on that when it comes out.
That's all I'm thinking about. It's bad.
Is it?
It's bad. Yeah, we've been watching it, my girlfriend and I, and
The rewatch of The Mandalorian?
rewatching The Mandalorian. It's a little bit sleepier of a line than I remember. It's a little slower in the beginning there. We're in season 2 right now.
Right on. Hey, do you want to know something that's really on par for me?
Huh.
I have Disney Plus. There is absolutely no need to do this.
Uh-oh. Joe.
I have all of them on Steelbook physical media. Every single season.
This is the way.
I'm not going to pull them out, but I also have Andor Season 1, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan.
This is the way.
And you know what? Why I do all this?
Why do you do this, Joe?
Is this insane idea I had a while back, where when I decided, since Disney bought Star Wars, they wiped a slate clean. Everything that was old was gone, and everything new was going to be canon.
Yeah.
So I thought I could officially create the Star Wars official timeline through novels, comics, and movies, and I could physically put them on the shelf in order, mixing up the movies and the comics and everything. And I did it for a long time.
Mhm.
The true real issue here was they're pumping out too much shit.
They are.
And for one, it was costly because I was buying a book almost every month. But then also, there is some Disney Star Wars expanded universe stuff that is very good, but a lot of it does feel a bit pandering. I don't take a position politically. We don't do that on the show. I'm not personally going to say that, but it does. Like, I can see someone who was against the ideals that they're trying to promote could feel alienated. It did feel a bit forced on some issues. And not just that, it felt like they weren't worried about coming up with any story in these novels that was consequential. Like, everything was like, well, we don't want to do that because we need to decide that in the movies. So no main characters would ever die. Any new character you were introduced to probably would die. You know what I mean? There's no huge events. I don't know. They're just trying to play it safe because they wanted to make the road clear for the films. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. They didn't take any risks.
Yeah.
Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that in itself can feel like a shoddy story. You know, I mean, it'll make you fall right on out of it. Because like you said, no, I agree with that. Hopefully, we get to see better content coming up soon after this movie comes out. Because I mean, we know we're gonna get new Ahsoka. We know we're gonna get. I know you said to stop talking Star Wars.
Yeah, no.
But other than that, you know,
Star Wars is keeping going. They just had a new Darth Maul series. So if you're into Star Wars, there's plenty of Star Wars. Hopefully, Dave Filoni, now taking over Lucasfilm, will change the direction of Star Wars into a more positive route. Maybe we can get the fans all to agree on something. Just remember, cut him some slack. It's going to take like a year or two of him being in charge before we actually see the decisions he's making take effect. Anything coming out like this year, this is all still Kathleen Kennedy's era.
And I know the new Darth Maul show, the first episode already got like something like 5 million streams already, like right off the bat.
Sure.
So it did very well.
Well, you know what? That's good. That's good. I think we do need to switch gears here, though, a little bit. Guys, I wanted to say that even though I hated Busboys, and I am definitely going to see Mandalorian and Grogu.
That's right. So am I.
But I'm going to see it in my hometown theater. I don't know what your hometown theater is, but in Michigan, there's nothing better than MJR theaters. I'm really not just saying that. Originally, I actually approached them about this collaboration because I want to support theaters, and everything's been wonderful, and they've been great partners on all the collaborative things that we've done. But I didn't want you to think that like they're not. I'm not a shill for them. They're not trying to tell me, Puppeting Joe, saying, tell them to go see the theater. No. I'm telling you to go to the theater because I love the theater.
No, we've been saying this. We've been saying this from the start, and this is a very new development. This has only been within the past, like, just this year.
Yeah, just this year, a few episodes. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. In any case, guys, here's a plug from the theater, and if you are in the Michigan area, you definitely got to check out MJR, and here's why.
It's more fun.
It's more fun at MJR. Don't just see the movies, experience the movies in IMAX at the MJR Troy and MJR Southgate Cinemas. See the movies like never before in stunning 4K laser IMAX projection on a massive screen. Feel the movies with heart-pounding IMAX precision sound and experience true movie-going bliss in our fully powered luxury recliner seats. Get your IMAX tickets at mjrtheaters.com for the world's most immersive film experience. Now featured at the MJR Troy and Southgate Cinemas.
Aha. All right, so admittedly, that wasn't as good of a transition as we normally do into it because, normally I try to put that in the theater talk, but then we got in a whole Star Wars thing. I had to, do a UE to get back there. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We did a U-turn.
Well, you know what, Ryan? I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that we are going to a convention soon. In June 6th, we're going to New Jersey, and we're going to go to the 4th Annual Cryptids and Paranormal Conference. We went last year. It was a lot of fun. And, we actually wanted to talk more about that. So we got the guy who's running it, Michael O'Connor, and he came on the show, and he's going to do a wonderful interview for this week's Spooky Stuff. So does that sound good?
That sounds great to me.
All right, let's jump in. Spooky Stuff.
The Diehards. All right, it's time for Spooky Stuff, and today we're going to do something a little different. Instead of diving into one haunted location or a single cryptid, we're stepping directly into the world of people who hunt this stuff. Today's interview features Michael O'Connor, a longtime cryptid and paranormal investigator and founder of Cryptid and Paranormal Productions. He's been actively exploring the unknown for years, taking part in Bigfoot expeditions and investigating some seriously notorious paranormal hotspots. He's also the guy behind Cryptids and Paranormal Conference, bringing together researchers, investigators, and fans who all share one thing in common. They're trying to figure out what's really out there. Joining him is Professor B, a key organizer behind the conference and fellow investigator who blends research and hands-on experience of the paranormal. So today, we're gonna pick their brains, get into investigations, experiences, and what it's really like being face-to-face with the unexplained. And stick around, because at the end of this interview, we've got a $5 off code for their upcoming 4th Annual Cryptids and Paranormal Conference that you can use on Eventbrite. Let's get into it.
That's right. And this is our exclusive code. This is a Earthling Entertainment code. You can only get here. I'm just saying.
That's right, guys.
And they're not doing codes.
From us Earthlings to you.
That's right. No, but seriously, they're not doing codes. They're not giving codes to anybody. They did it special for us.
That was really nice of them.
It is. But also it means that they're going to know if anyone uses it. So we're kind of like seeing, hey, how many of our listeners are going to go to New Jersey? I was like, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm looking at our numbers, and it potentially could be a lot because we've gone to the convention before. We do have a pretty good pocket of listeners from New Jersey.
We did kind of make a lot of people follow us.
We did, but also it's worldwide. You know what I mean? Like, it's all over the place. So it's just funny. I'm trying to figure out anytime we're advertising for local people or doing something like the conference. So like, okay, so how many people like locally are going to listen? And I'm like, I don't know.
I mean,
like it's a podcast. It's not like local TV. A bunch.
I feel like we got the demographic there because like we met a ton of awesome people there at the conference, and we definitely gave our information out. So I mean, if anybody's listening, and I mean, if they went last year, they'll probably go this year, and why not save $5? You know what I'm saying?
I do. And Andreas Lilleba from Norway, that's a real guy. I'm not just fucking with you.
Okay,
you better come. You're going to fly back. I know you have the money. You know you have the money. Come to the damn come to the damn thing.
And watch out for lake trolls. Just saying. It's Norway. It's Norway.
Yeah, he is, but I figured that's something he wouldn't have trouble with because that's his local thing. It'd be like we're in Michigan of the Great Lakes. We have to deal with Bigfoot. It's like, oh yeah, Bigfoot. But we would be fucked with a troll.
That's true.
I imagine. Is there Bigfoot in Norway? I mean, there's Bigfoot's everywhere. There's change the name.
Yeah.
Like, Yeti, skunk ape, they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. The Yowie in Australia.
All right.
That's right. So, I mean, yeah, they're all over the place.
Anywho, here is the interview. Hey Hey guys, Joe Wakefield here, and I'm sitting here with Michael O'Connor and Professor B. Why don't you say hi, guys?
Hey, everybody.
What's up, guys?
You might be wondering why they're here today, and I'll tell you what, these guys are actually really big in the paranormal and cryptid realm, which, as you guys know, we're huge on this show. So, Michael, for instance, I wanted to know, you do your own Bigfoot hunts. You've done your own New Jersey Devil hunts, and you host them. And could you tell me a little bit about how did it get started for you? What kind of got you into the paranormal cryptid realm?
Well, when I was a little kid, my one of the two favorite films was Creature from the Black Lake and Boggy Creek. It got me into it as a kid. I started going out into the woods in my teenage years, like, maybe we'll find Bigfoot. But I didn't get really, really serious until 2005. And then I started going went to New Hampshire a few times with my friend. We used to go out investigating out in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. We went to this place called Moose Mountain. We had some really good discoveries. Like, I thought I might have had some hair caught on a fence that looked really interesting. So I put that in. The mistake I made when you're learning how to do this is you never put a sample in a plastic bag. You want to put it in a paper envelope.
Really? Is there what reason why?
Chemically, it does something to the sample you have, and it makes it like credible no more or something like that's why like FBI and like law enforcement and forensics, they always make sure it's in like a paper envelope. And
See, that's really crazy because from a film background, you want to see what they're putting in the evidence bag. So we always use the clear ones because that looks better on camera. And that's a great note for anyone who finds anything like that. If you think you have cryptid hair, have a paper envelope in your pocket, people.
Yeah, that's the only real way to do it. Now, when I was in the White Mountains, I also used to have fun with a metal detector, and I used to mess around with it, and I got a rock that was really interesting in the middle of nowhere, and I had magnets, and it was sticking to the magnets. So I'm thinking, I got a meteorite. I'm all excited. So I sent a sample of that along with the hairs to the University of California, and I got a response back for the meteorite sample, and they said, "No, sir, there's not a meteorite. It's a piece of scoria." And I says, "Well, what's the piece of scoria?" He says, "It's a volcanic rock." So apparently, in New Hampshire, there was a ton of volcanoes back in the day,
Yeah.
But they never sent nothing back, no response about the possible Bigfoot hairs I thought I had.
So jury's still out on that one.
So they told me next time send it in a paper envelope. And I said, "Well, what happened to the samples I sent?" He goes, "Well, if we don't think it's credible enough, or what we would say pretty much tainted would be the word, right?"
Sure. If they don't believe they could use it.
They throw it out, and they just say that's what they do. I said, "Okay." Well, they just said, "Next time, just send us a paper envelope." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Wow, you learn something every day, right?"
Describe this hair though. Was it reddish, brown? Was it black? Like, what color would you say it was?
It was kind of reddish and really long. It was like redder than like geez, it was longer than my hair, and it was red. So I thought it was interesting, and then that's when I put it in the dime bag I had.
Yeah.
And when you do this, you got to use tweezers, gloves. You really got to be careful when you handle it. It was just to have it, on record what I found.
Absolutely. Well, on some of these Bigfoot hunts, was it not just physical evidence, but what about hearing? I know that Bigfoots have certain kind of calls. Did you ever heard a Bigfoot call, or maybe them hitting a tree with a big stick?
Definitely. I definitely heard a few knocks in the woods on a couple investigations and it was nobody around other than my group. I definitely heard howls that I could say is no animal I ever heard before.
Well, I think I think you're a credible person when it comes to these Bigfoot howls. For our audience who doesn't know, in September of last year, I think it was last year, maybe 2004, 2005, didn't you win a second place for Sasquatch howling contest?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
That is fantastic, man. So you are a very credible, hey, I heard a Bigfoot howl. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, you organize these kind of group get-togethers where you guys go all out looking for Bigfoot or the Jersey Devil. Am I right? Could you tell me a little bit about one of these get-togethers you've organized?
Well, I organized. We did a hike at the Sourlands in Hillsborough, New Jersey. No, so interesting. The night that the investigation we had, I stayed back at camp with another investigator. His name is Paul, and he basically was with me when this happened. We started hearing people talking in the bushes, like, wait a minute, who the hell is that? I actually grabbed something and I said, what are we hearing? We're hearing talking going on. And the weird thing about it is we looked around, we couldn't find where it was coming from. So we had our digital recorders going and we got nothing recorded. I couldn't believe it. It didn't pick up what that was. We just heard it, but we both heard it. So we knew we weren't crazy,
Yeah. Do you have
And
a
this is
hypothesis?
no, it could be, I don't think it was people walking around because we looked really well. Um, some a psychic friend of ours said it. She thinks it could be American Indian spirits and chattering in the background, something like that. But we just couldn't figure out what it was. So, but I did that one. I've been out with the BFRO a bunch of times. Have to follow certain rules they have. They have some real strict rules out there. And, that's my Bigfoot stuff, but I got into the ghost paranormal stuff when I had a sighting in 2014 with my wife coming home from a Judas Priest concert.
Sure. Tell me about it.
And we were, sober. We didn't drink. And I got off the exit, maybe like 5 minutes from our house. And I see a man standing in the middle of the road with his arms crossed, like with that attitude, like, you ain't passing me. Pull over. Right. Yeah, just like that, right?
Yeah.
He's like, and I got that attitude, like, I woke my wife up. I was like, listen, this guy ain't getting out of the way. He's a real big dude, and he wants to he probably wants our money. I don't know. He wants to do something.
Yeah, he seems aggressive.
I'd rather be, I said, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So I gunned it, right? I gunned it. And we went through this person. There was nobody dead or nothing. I looked at my wife. I said, did you see what I just saw? And she says, it had no legs. I said, holy, I was like, we look, and then when we looked back again, it was gone.
Wow.
It was really freaky. I mean, we even told the pastor at the church what happened. And he's like, hey guys, if you see him again, come see me. Like he thought it was like a one-time thing,
Well, you don't want any kind of
ever since then, I've been.
I was just gonna say you don't want anything like that attaching to you. So definitely, I understand what the priest was saying.
Well, I have a video of me on one of those cameras that had the stick figures, and I was walking. There was a stick figure that the paranormal group was filming. It was 9 Lives Paranormal was filming. It was a stick figure on a ceiling.
Yeah.
And a guy walked by on the video, and it didn't want nothing to do with it. I walked by, it jumped right inside me.
Wow. Oh, it wasn't even scared of Sean.
Oh yeah, it's right there. It's like right on that picture right there.
Yeah, come here. You want to see it on the SLS?
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone now.
So I have that film if you want me to send it to you.
Yeah.
This thing jumping at me. And when you say attached, I think that thing did more than attach itself to me. It jumped in me. I've seen pictures go off the wall. I've seen meters going off like crazy with other ghost adventures I had. I've had a few at my house where some strange things happened, where I have actual recordings of some really cool stuff too. got a picture, an actually image of something, I would be very nervous even to put it up online because I'd be like, oh my God, what, is this real?
Well, yeah, how would a
But
real picture come out
I think,
with the cacophony of all the fake stuff? That's what I always wonder is when you just have a flood of,
Yeah.
especially now with AI, of nonsense, how
well,
does
here's
the
the thing
truth
is,
stand
Yeah.
out?
The thing is, though, it's advancing so quickly, all the AI technology, that it's not perfect. Like where in the past, like if you put something through with writing, it could usually discern what was written by AI and what was written by a human.
Sure.
And right now, you can manipulate things that could be 100% AI and have it where it appears like it was actually written by a human. It's so it's difficult. As far as photos go, I think it's going to be very difficult to provide any photo or video evidence of anything in the future.
So
Realistically, when it comes to any investigations, unless you have something tangible, you find a body in the woods or something like that, I don't think photos are going to cut it anymore.
DNA is going to be the way to go.
Yeah, it's just there's too much doubt, too much skepticism. Photographic evidence is not what it used to be.
Well, then here's what we do. I say all three of us, we get together, we come up with some kind of just like fanny pack that people can take out with them with little paper envelopes like you described and everything you need to provide that DNA evidence if you find something. Maybe that's our best bet. And if nothing else, we can market it at the conventions and other things that you guys organize. So it's marketing and it's practical. This is how we take over the world. I'm just saying.
I would recommend.
Well, here in You're good.
Go
Mike.
ahead. No, go
I was going to
ahead.
say here in New Jersey, the thing, I guess the area where I've gone out with Mike investigating, like you said, we've been with the BFRO. I was actually surprised to first hear that the BFRO, that they had an active chapter that was down there investigating in New Jersey. I was like, New Jersey, really? It's like such a populous state. I really wouldn't have thought there could be anything hiding in the woods out there. But, when you look into it a little more, the Pine Barrens it's actually about 1.4 million acres of forested land. It's 22% of the land area in New Jersey, some of which has never, like humans have never set foot because of the dense brush, the swamps, everything else. It's just inaccessible completely.
That's a lot of real estate.
There are all kinds of reports, whether they're Bigfoot reports, Jersey Devil reports. There's a lot of it that comes out of there. So it's a really cool place to go out and investigate. We did I did an investigation with Mike out there last July 26th. He hosted a Jersey Devil and Bigfoot hunt. It was just a one-day thing, but it was cool going out there. We went to the Blue Hole, the legendary hole of the, bottomless hole of the Jersey Devil. Where there's been a lot of mysterious drownings and everything.
The one thing I will tell you though is you got to have your supplies. It's very important. You got to have a backpack. What I would recommend is always keep a roll of toilet paper in the backpack. Drinking water.
Drinking water is a big one.
You gotta have. I don't know if you could see this or not. It's a pair of emergency underpants. They're very good to have just in case you actually see something, so you could have something to change in.
Yeah, you might shit yourself. I totally get it.
Exactly. And it'd be nice if you had even a small chair. You could bring a small chair with you. When you break up into groups, you want to be able to sit down.
Sure. I mean, honestly, with how many of these you've done, I'm sure your go bag is pretty well stocked now. I mean, you got everything you need. Poncho's not a bad idea for merchandising either, man. You start having ponchos with like the paranormal investigator little stamp right on there, or for the convention. That's how you handle that. But all these things you've organized, all these adventures you've had have paid off in ways that I'm not sure you even would have realized. Because didn't you win an award, a community recognition award, just like this January for everything you've done for organizing the community?
Yeah, like I've done, because a lot of times I don't even charge for an appearance. Like I do a lot of stuff for free.
Sure.
And sometimes, I'll get gas money or something like that, but it's not like I'm making like an arm and a leg talking or nothing like that. If I did, it's basically just covers my gas and travel. But
So definitely nice to be recognized then. I mean, because this was an official reward handed to you by the community.
Yeah, and I know happy because the thing is nobody's really doing this stuff. Like everybody like for instance, you might see somebody try it, but if they're not making a fortune, they drop out of it. And I think that's the key. Is the people who stay and survive are the ones that become successful in the future. The ones who give up and throw in the towel are the ones that never go anywhere in this business.
Can I ask you something? In my opinion, there are two kinds of people who are, let's say, truth seekers, who go out and try to find evidence or just try to know. And some people want it to be proven. They want to prove Bigfoot exists. They want to prove it to the world. Where others, they also want to prove it, but they only want to prove it to themselves. If you were in a situation where you had a face-to-face with Bigfoot or Sasquatch, and it wasn't dangerous or anything like that, but you knew no one would ever believe you, but you knew, would that be enough to satisfy you? Or do you think you'd continue to hunt in order to get that proof?
I think I'd be satisfied as an individual, but I would definitely like something to share. Like if I could somehow get a nice, clear close up where if you notice a lot of these pictures are blurry, they're taken far away, you can't see. If I could get something really close up, I think that's going to make it like it's going to be harder to debunk if it's real because, it's right in your face.
Let me ask you, Professor, same question.
Yes,
how do you feel if you would to see Bigfoot? Do you need proof for yourself or for the world?
Yeah, so for me, I probably look at it a little differently. Now, even though I've had paranormal encounters, I have never myself had a cryptid sighting. A lot of my knowledge and research and everything has been more or less in the library when it comes to this stuff. Just a lot of academic research and analysis and stuff like that. But yet, with all of the reports and everything that I've reviewed, I'm convinced that some of these things, especially Bigfoot, whatever, some of those things exist. So the personal proof would be nice, the evidence for myself, that would be nice. But realistically for me, anything that we're talking about, whether it's cryptids or anything in the paranormal world, whether it's you're talking about ghosts or interdimensional beings or extraterrestrial, anything like that. For me, it's more or less, this is all about the exploration of the unknown. And you don't want it to be unknown. We want to basically learn what those things are. Because essentially, when you talk about, let's say, paranormal, that's one of the things, when I give talks, one of the first things I talk about when I describe what paranormal means, it's not just anything outside the norm, it's outside our level of current scientific understanding. So it includes things like ghosts and aliens, stuff like that. Things, okay, we don't really understand now, but you know what? We might in the future. And that's what I'm hoping that we get to. We get to really a better understanding of what all this is. Those mythical or whatever kind of animals that, Bigfoot and lake monsters and Yeti, Chupacabra, all that other stuff. These are animals that they're reported but not recognized by science. It would be great if we get to the point where they are recognized, if they do actually exist. So for me, it isn't as much about for self-gratification. It's really to try to bring some of those things that are unknown to light.
My white whale is atmospheric beasts. If they exist, if we have sky jellyfish that we haven't discovered, that's my white whale.
That's an interesting one, and you hear about that from time to time. And it is really interesting. You think of all of those things that are kind of like outside of our periphery, the things that we can't it's just we can't see, but maybe someone else on a different spectrum, other animals, whatever, might be able to pick up. There are things that could be out there, and maybe every now and then they do come into our purview, but but most of the time not. They're invisible to us. It's really it's interesting.
It is, the best example that I ever heard to kind of put your brain in that mindset is a fish doesn't know what water is. It's just its world. You know what I mean? This could be the same for us. We might not even know what's surrounding us at any given time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those are some of the really interesting topics that we actually get to talk about when we come together as a group. Last year, my co-host and I were lucky enough to go to your conference, the third annual Cryptids and Paranormal Conference. And we're happy to say that we'll be attending this year as well. And this year's gotten even bigger. We want to hear all about it. I know you are an organizer,
Sure.
and I know Michael is the creator. And I would just love to hear you guys talk a bit about this year's conference.
Sure. Mike, you mind if I start off with this? All right. So
Sure, go ahead.
Right. So, Joe, you were at our conference last year.
Yes.
It was at a large banquet facility. We had about maybe 60, 65 vendors. We had a total of 7 speakers. This year, for the 4th annual, we really leveled up. It went from that facility, which was decent sized, to this year in 7 weeks, we're at the Crowne Plaza Princeton Hotel and Conference Center. So it is a large hotel, a large conference center. The vendor space alone is over 10,000 square feet. So we probably have somewhere in the ballpark of about 90 vendors with, all kinds of unique merchandise. There's psychics, there's artists, there's authors.
There's podcasts.
There's witches. There's podcasts, right? There's podcasts. There's, Reiki practitioners. There's all kinds of stuff. When I looked at the guest list, the celebrity speakers and the special guests, there's like 25 or 26 or something like this. This is truly, I think, one of the I don't know of another event that has had this many Bigfoot and paranormal experts and TV stars and researchers, everything, all under one roof. There may not be another event in the country that has had this many in one location, at least definitely not in the Northeast.
You guys are blowing up, that's for sure. And for such a niche audience, I think you found everyone in the area. You've just grown and grown and grown. I am so happy for you guys.
Oh yeah, thanks. So, but we have all of these incredible guests, and we have the one thing that we're doing that we had never done before is one of our speakers is April Bissett. She's the psychic housewife of New Jersey. She is going to be doing a gallery reading, so a live gallery reading, messages from the other side where people could try to collect with loved ones and everything else.
Sure.
So that should be a really unique experience for this event. So in addition to we probably have maybe 4 or 5 other psychics that'll be up in the vendor hall and other spaces, whatever. But her gallery reading is going to be in the large 400-seat amphitheater. So it should be a pretty cool experience. Like, I know you have someone like my wife and all her friends. They have no interest in cryptids and all this, none at all.
It happens.
But psychics and everything else and gallery readings like this, they eat it up. They love it. So about 10 or 12 of them are going to be going specifically to see April. So that should be great.
And that's just a tribute to how much everyone loved what you guys been doing. Because if you keep growing, that means you're doing something right. This year you guys had Nick Pope signed up. Now, unfortunately, he passed away and obviously can't attend for reasons. But that is a huge get. And it just shows that, like, in the community, you guys are very well respected, and you should be. You've created something amazing here.
Yeah, Nick Pope, amazing guy, tragic loss. He had just finished up his Ancient Aliens tour, just only a few months Yeah, I mean, probably end of December, early January, or something like that. And he reached out to us, I want to say around the second week of February, before anyone knew, just to let us know that, hey guys, not going to be able to be, because of my medical issues, I'm not going to be able to attend your conference. And we were supposed to see him 2 weeks later because he was one of the guest speakers at the Bucks County Paracon
Sure.
that we both attended. And, he notified us, he notified the organizer of that. He just said, guys, I can't do it. And it was just so sad because he read, like, it was both his announcement that he posted online, but he told us personally too. He was like, no, I'm done. No matter how many people were just like, oh, try to, just fight it, do this, do that, whatever. He was like, no, he knew it was at that point where there was no coming back. And
Sure.
And gosh, a month later or whatever, he was gone. It was really, really terrible because he was a great guy and he really pushed, that whole level of understanding and exploration with UFOs just on another level. So yeah, it was sad that he's gone, but like you said, it's wonderful that we were able to have guests like that come to our event. Want to just make sure that people know how to purchase tickets for our event.
Absolutely.
So the easiest way, because the Eventbrite link, you can go to Eventbrite, but it's a very long link or whatever. So you can go to the website. The website that we use for the conference is Cryptids. It's a longer name. Cryptids Paranormal Productions.com. But we also have a forwarding page. You could just even go to cryptidsparanormal.com. So it's cryptidsparanormal.com. As soon as you get to the page, there's a link right there to click for tickets. And that'll take you right to the Eventbrite page. So we're hoping that, that could be, dropped wherever where it could be highlighted and everything. And of course, our primary goal is to do everything we can to support that conference. It's June 6th. At the Crowne Plaza, Princeton Hotel and Conference Center. So it's very close to Princeton University. It's in the adjacent town, Plainsboro, New Jersey. So it's almost equidistant between Philadelphia and New York City. It's in central New Jersey, so it really can accommodate many people in the state. And then, of course, it's close to eastern Pennsylvania as well. We specifically chose that location to try to reach the widest audience we could. Of course, iHeart Horror, Daco, iHeart Horror that we work with, they run events all year long. So definitely check them out as well because we do everything to support them. They support us. And it's a great, just the community we have here in New Jersey and actually everywhere it's a pretty tight-knit community.
Honestly, it is. You guys support each other. Everyone we met in New Jersey, you guys have all been very supportive, not only of each other, but welcoming to us. I remember when we were asked to come to the convention last year, when we were initially asked, I don't think anyone knew that we weren't from New Jersey because we post in everything. So I think I posted in a Jersey Devil Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I remember when we got there, everybody's like, you guys flew here? You're here. You're from Detroit. And at the same time, everybody was just like, hey, welcome. This is our house. Welcome to the community. And we couldn't have felt more a part of it. Well, there you have it, guys. Two amazing guys, an amazing conference happening, paranormal, cryptids, anything else you could want. Thank you so much for being here and talking to us on the show.
Thank you, Joe. It was an honor to be on. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you guys when you come out for the conference.
Awesome. And from everyone here at Earthling Entertainment, see ya. So yeah, couldn't be cooler, guys. I'm very excited for the convention. It's only like a month or 2 months. It's like a month. It's June 6th. I'm very excited.
That's right. It's coming. It's right around the corner.
And as promised, if you guys are interested in going, and this $5 off can go to anything that you buy in Eventbrite. It's not just the tickets. It's upgrade packages, all luncheon, a bunch of stuff. Anyways, the $5 off coupon exclusively for our listeners is, it's going to blow your mind. It's very unique. Earth, all capital, the letter 5. Earth 5.
The number 5.
The number 5.
That's right. So, yeah, no space
Earth
in between.
5.
Earth 5.
Earth 5. It kind of sounds like a fun, like, 70s TV show. Welcome to Earth 5.
Earth 5.
We fucked up 1 through 4. Earth 5.
This is the best one. We won't mess this one up.
Had to kill a lot of aliens to get it. Earth 5.
Earth 5.
Earth 5. Funny thing about Earth 5, it's actually Avatar 6. That's where it's all going. The Na'vi lose. Earth 5.
Earth 5.
Yeah.
Burn alive.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, not bad. Not bad. So, moving on, I guess. Moving right along.
The Earth Pop Report. Talking about everything to do with Earth pop culture.
Woo! Here we go.
We got a couple really good news stories for you today. So, number one, do you know what CinemaCon is, Ryan?
Nope.
Okay, so CinemaCon is a convention, but it's a convention not for, like, you know, you and me. It's a convention for people who own movie theaters, for film exhibitionists. That's their convention. So
Okay.
if you were to go there, it wouldn't be like a merch with a bunch of Funko Pops. It would be, hey, check out our new projector. Check out our new lights for the projector. Check out our new sound system. Do you know what I mean? Because they're selling directly to the theaters.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, every year, some movie pundits go, and what it is they show a bunch of trailers, the studios come, they have presentations, kind of like Comic-Con, except it's just to the theaters, like I mentioned, but things get shown there that do not get shown at Comic-Con and other places. Like, a few years ago, they showed all of the new Ghostbusters Afterlife, and that was a few months before it came out, and they were the only ones that got to see it. Well, anywho, one of the presentations there was Paramount, and Paramount came out and said, we are confirming that a new Star Trek movie is on the way. That's right. Yeah, new Star Trek. It is not going to be in the J.J. Abrams Kelvin timeline, unfortunately. That hasn't been officially announced, but all signs point to a reboot.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of time has passed.
Maybe like Wrath of Khan would be a cool one if they had like ever wanted to.
Well, they kind of
redo
did that.
Did
I
they?
mean, yeah, because the J.J.
Yeah,
Abrams
you're
film
right.
had Khan in the second one, and
Yeah.
while it wasn't a direct adaptation, I
You know, you're right. You're right. It was very, very, very close. Interesting.
You know, I actually don't want a reboot. I want a new show with new captain, a new crew, and I want it to take place in the proper timeline, sometime after Picard. Like, we need to keep moving the story forward. I don't need to see James T. Kirk again. And if
I can agree with that.
Right, and if we are going to reboot it, reboot someone besides the original. You'd be really weird is do reboot Voyager. Have a whole Janeway movie with different actors. I'd see that.
I mean, you know, I only saw the original cast.
Sure.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what they do. Maybe they'll just. I think that would be cool if they could just continue with Starfleet just in general.
Yeah, well, you know, Paramount's been doing weird things with the Star Trek property. They made a show called Starfleet Academy, and it has not done well. It's canceled after 2 seasons, already tearing down the sets. And a lot of people didn't like the direction Strange New Worlds has been going in. And honestly, even as far back as the modern day Trek of Star Trek Discovery, yeah, I don't know. They lost me when they changed the look of the Klingons, because it's all supposed to be one continuous timeline, yet the species looks so dramatically different. Now, I know the original Star Trek had the Klingons look different than Next Generation, but I was used to Next Generation. I was used to it, Ryan.
I'm just used to what was it, Christopher Lloyd as a Klingon. That, like, to me, that's a Klingon.
Christopher Lloyd? To
Yeah.
me, that's everything. I would put Christopher Lloyd in anything.
Well, yeah. I mean, and they do.
And they do.
They certainly do.
Christopher Lloyd's kind of old now, though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he was able to be in Mandalorian season 3.
That's true. That's true.
right. That's
you,
right.
You know who else?
With Lizzo and Jack Black.
Mandalorian
Same
season
episode.
3 made some choices.
They made some choices.
They made some choices.
This is the way, evidently.
Well, anyways, back to him being old. You know who else is old? Seamless segue. Well, that's enough of us for now. Take about 30 seconds and hear about a different podcast that might be right up your alley. Do you know who else is old? Seamless segue. Tom Cruise. Now, despite the fact that he looks like he's been kind of like frozen, it's probably all the Scientology technology that they're doing to his face. He is like late 50s, early 60s. Like, he's getting up there. He's an older man.
He is.
That is not going to stop him, Ryan.
We knew it wouldn't.
One of the things that Paramount announced was Top Gun 3. So if you were waiting for Top Gun 3 after Top Gun Maverick, You don't have to wait an extra 20, 30 years like the first one. No. You're getting another Top Gun.
And I'll bet it's going to be awesome.
The last one made $1 bajillion.
It came out at like the perfect time. I feel like we all needed like a hurrah, America, like moment. And
yeah. Well, the two weird things about that movie is we never mentioned the enemy. We never mentioned a country.
Nope.
It's completely new. And the second one is, and everyone has said this is not a hot take, but the ending was just kind of the Star Wars run at the end of the Death Star.
A little bit.
We're going to sweep in, shoot the small target, and fly out.
Yeah.
So what is Top Gun 3 going to be is my point.
I mean, I took out Womp Rats back home. They're not much larger than 2 meters.
Fair enough. Here, I have an example, though. We remake Iron Eagle. Call it Top Gun 3. No one's going to know the difference. That series happened years ago.
What's Iron Eagle?
Exactly, Ryan. Lou Gossett Jr., bro.
Gossett Jr., Joe.
All right, well, fine. Let's pull it back to something you might know of.
We'll see. I've shocked you before.
It's true. Well, I know you haven't personally played it, but you had to have heard of the video game Elden Ring.
Yes.
Yes.
It like basically an insanely hard game. Just like there's another one, but I can't think of it. So continue. That something like that. Yeah.
It's called a Souls-like game. It's very challenging. They call it a tough but
Dark
fair.
Dark Souls. Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Elden Ring is getting a movie. It's actually happening. And it's not just getting a movie. It's getting a movie from A24, which is cool because A24, as you know, does weirder, creepier things. So they might actually lean into some of the things you wouldn't see from another studio. So this could be a really good fit for Elden Ring.
I heard great things about this game. It's not my type of game to play. I never like playing those kind of games. I don't like getting mad. Like when I'm here, it's one of those games where it's just like dodge, roll, strike, roll. Like it's just like it's really hard. And that's just not fun to me.
I do agree with you, though. It's not my type of game. If I lose at a boss, I'll play the boss once, maybe twice more. And if I never beat him, then I'll never play the game again.
Oh, dude, I'm shocked that I got through going back to Star Wars, but the Star Wars Jedi Survivor game or whatever. Like, I died so much. It was so frustrating.
Right on.
It was so frustrating.
Well, hey, back to this Elden Ring movie. One other thing, it's got a pretty good budget. According to A24, they're doing like $10, $15, $30 million movies. They're not doing like crazy amount. Well, this is going to be over $100 million reported, which is huge for them. I mean, you think Avengers is going to be like 200 or 300 million, but like this isn't Avengers. This is a small studio doing that. So that's quite a thing. And
that's a big budget. Yeah,
it is. Well, the release date is March 3rd, 2028. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. But if you like gothic fantasy horror, this is going to be something that'll blow your mind.
I was going to say I'm probably going to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would like. I like it. I like the imagery of the game and everything like that. It's very evil.
Yeah, it's a feel, to say the least. It's a feel.
It is.
Well, some horror movies, they become really they weigh on you. They're hard to watch sometimes because they pull you into such a dark, dreary world. And sometimes it's funner just to have not necessarily a horror comedy, but just a lighter, more upbeat horror movie, if you will.
Right. Like I would suggest The Monkey to our audience.
Oh, yeah. The Monkey's great.
I love that movie.
You know what I was thinking of is the last Final Destination Bloodline.
It was a fun ride. I really enjoyed it.
It was a fun ride.
It really was. Yes.
I really appreciate that because I think most people felt that way. It was the highest grossing in the Final Destination franchise out of any of the movies.
It doesn't have not poo-pooing it, but does it have anything to do with the fact that maybe prices are higher now than they used to be?
No, because less people are going to the movies, so it kind of balances out. Because ever since COVID, there's
still
immeasurably less people.
So still a big win.
It's a huge win, and it's also the reason why we're going to get Final Destination 7.
I'm here for it. It's just a fun concept for a horror movie. Like you get to you get to see everybody die like right in the beginning, and then the rest of the film is just being like, you're gonna die. It's
what's fun about it is kind of like what I say about the really old slashers like Jason and Mike Myers. Some of the fun was like not the people who were gonna die, but how they were gonna die. What creative, weird ways, like he used a corkscrew. Well, Final Destination is that to an extreme because they're just situations that can kill you.
Like getting folded into an MRI machine. That was amazing.
It was. I always love the uniqueness of all those deaths. Well, anyways, Final Destination 7, the next installment is set for 2028.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
okay, worth the wait.
Yeah,
worth
2028 is going to be a big deal, man.
It really is.
I'm excited.
Me too. Like, I feel like a lot of things are actually going to come out. I want to say there's some video games coming out. I'm going to have to look that up for next week's episode.
Yeah, for me, there's a Directive 8030 something, and it's the next installment of the Dark Pictures Anthology, which is like the interactive horror movie games.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's coming out like next month. But that
shout out to Indigo Prophecy on original Xbox.
All right.
That was a great game.
That was?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
It was that where it's just like press X, Y, A, and then you got to like jump through the scene.
Yeah, cynics call them walking simulators, but I really enjoy those games.
Me too, because it was a good story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like a movie, but you get to kind of help it go along.
Yeah.
And it makes your heart explode.
Except the illusion is broken with some of these choice-based video games when you play it so many times, because I usually get a platinum trophy, which is everything. So every scenario you end up seeing. Some choices are the illusion of choice and not actual choice, where it always ends up the same way.
Fallout 4, I feel like, falls into that category a little bit.
A little bit. I was thinking like the Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebump books.
Okay,
where it's like half the decisions you end up in the closet and you're dead.
Like, I was about to say, like,
the damn
it's
closet
always
again.
one obvious page where you have obviously effed up and made the wrong choice.
Sure, flip back.
I was going to say, I just think of Peter Griffin. Flip back. I had my finger on it.
It's okay. Well, completely unrelated to that. Segue. They're doing another Chucky movie.
I heard about this, and it's going to be the original voice actor again.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Dwarf has done all of them, and
he was Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings.
He was also Doc from Deadwood. What's your point?
That's right, and he was in Alien Resurrection.
He was in Alien Resurrection.
That's right.
Yay!
Sorry.
You know what? High five for knowing some shit, Ryan.
I know some shit, guys.
All right, Brad Dwarf, guys. If you're a fan, no, is it Brad Dwarf? I don't know. The point is, Chucky, original voice.
Chucky, fuck it.
Don, you threw me so much on that one. It's fine. They're making a new Chucky movie. It's going to take place in continuity of the others. It's going to be in theaters. It takes place after the 3 seasons of a show, which, by the way, was pretty good. If you guys haven't seen it,
it was really good.
So if you're into Chucky, there's going to be more Chucky.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of Devon Sawa, definitely watch the Chucky series, because he has like a different role in like every season. Like he had like a major different role.
Well, it's like they killed him in the pilot and you're like, I guess that's it. And then he comes back and it's like, oh, he had a twin brother. Cool. And then the twin brother dies. You're like, oh, I guess that's it. Next season, he's playing a priest.
He's like a priest.
And you're like, oh, he's a priest. I guess that's cool. And then the priest dies. And then the next season, he's the fucking president. So yeah.
I'm such a fan of that man's career.
Devon Sawa?
I'm not going to lie.
Because he was Casper.
He was Casper. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Idle
Hands. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fred Wolfhard, the dude from Stranger Things, is going to remake that. I'm dubious.
Dubious.
He might be very talented. I don't know his work outside of Stranger Things, but I just feel like it was so much a part of our generation. Not even our generation. We were kind of young for it. It was probably a generation before us, but it feels so 90s that I just don't really want to see that movie with cell phones. For lack of a better word, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. We're showing our age.
No.
Yes.
No, speaking of showing our age, do you know what came out 13 years ago, Ryan?
13 years ago, Joe? I have no clue.
World War Z.
13 years ago.
That's right. So
I love that movie.
Well, there you go. That movie was based on a book by Max Brooks, who is related to Mel Brooks. I think nephew, niece. I don't know how that works. But long story short, they're finally doing a sequel.
The Search for More Zombies.
I was gonna say a sequel again. That's a good Spaceballs joke.
Thank you.
This is news, but it's not news, because while they have announced that they are going to pursue making a sequel to this film, they have done this like 3 or 4 times. There's been so many times like, we're doing it, didn't work out. We're doing it, didn't work out.
Here we go.
It's kind of like announcing Star Wars movies at Lucasfilm during Kathleen Kennedy's era. Like, it's just we can't believe you.
Yeah, we didn't, and we were right. How many, dude? It's so crazy how many were announced and didn't happen. It like really is like.
Yeah, I know Taika
Crazy.
Waititi was going to have one. I know Ryan Johnson was going to have a trilogy. There was going to be a Ray movie.
There was going to be a Ray movie. There was going to be
Rogue Squadron movie.
There was going to be. Oh my God! I forgot about the Rogue Squadron movie. That would have been sweet.
Yeah. Was it the woman who directed the Wonder Woman movie? I forget her name off the top of my head, but she was going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, just another thing that didn't work out.
What we could have had.
What we could have had.
This timeline stinks.
Fair enough. Well, you know what? Despite how bad this timeline might be, one thing that is a constant, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh man, I heard a lot about this.
Well, I don't know. What do you think I'm going to say? Because I guarantee you don't.
I might have something new. Then you might have something new for me too.
All I was going to say is Catherine Newton is coming back. She has confirmed that she is going to be in Doomsday. She lifted up a little Ant-Man sized chair. For those of you who don't know, she plays Cassie Lang, the son of Scott Lang, the daughter of Scott Lang. She's a shrinky ability lady.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in the last Ant-Man movie, if you don't know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
She was actually, the character was in a few of the movies, but they always had a different actor play her. But when Catherine Newton took over the role, she's the one moving forward. She's the Cassie Lang moving forward.
Oh, okay, cool. Is that all the Marvel news you had?
Yeah.
You want? Okay, so this is just off of what I've heard literally today.
All right.
And
have you confirmed it's
it
real?
Yes, it is confirmed.
Bullshit so much.
No, it was done on like the big. There was like a big convention, where they show like the big screen behind the people presenting and stuff like that.
Okay. Continue. What's the thing?
They are re-releasing into theaters Endgame with a different ending that makes the Doomsday that seamlessly ties in the Doomsday movie.
Yeah, they're adding footage to the end. That is true.
That is true.
So if you're interested and you're in the Michigan area, go to MJR Theaters. But definitely check that out when it comes out if you want to get a little tease to Doomsday.
I mean, that would be a fun excuse to go to a theater. You want to go have like the Endgame experience again, but then of course now you know the ending. You don't know what the end game is.
Yeah, well, it's going to be added, so we're going to have the same ending. We're just going to get that little tag on the end.
Are they just going to do it as a quick little post-credit? I would be so disappointed.
That's what they're doing.
That's it?
Yeah,
I thought they were doing like a whole
not
different...
like adding a bunch of crazy footage. No, they're just adding a little bit to the end to be like, and this leads us in.
I really thought, because everything that I saw said that it was possibly going to be a different ending.
Yeah, no, they just do that to hype shit up. I could be wrong. To be clear,
and I could be wrong.
I haven't read into this. I just
neither have I.
Yeah.
It's just stuff that I saw today that they announced that there will be something added to the end, whether it's a new ending or just a post-credit scene. It will tie in Doomsday to Endgame because I think they know a lot of people dropped off after Endgame. Let's face
you're
it.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So it makes sense why they're doing this.
I do agree with you. And so, I mean, Doomsday's coming out in December, so it's going to make so much money this year.
Oh my God, it's going to explode.
Well, there's only one movie that might beat it, and you'd be surprised which one.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
No.
Damn.
Michael. The Michael Jackson biopic.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
He's famous,
that does make sense.
He's famous worldwide. And, there has not been a biopic that's made over $1 billion. This could be the first one. It really could be, Ryan.
I think it could, because I feel like his shit's so timeless. Like, every time I'm on the line, right? Like, I'm making trucks. Almost everybody's playing Michael Jackson at one point or another. Even I am. Honestly, that's how I started off my workday today. Believe it or not, with some Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Ryan starts every morning off with Beating It.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Yeah. Michael knew what he was saying.
Well, you know who else is going to get on this biopic train?
Huh.
Snoop Dogg.
Well, yes.
About time.
I don't even know what to say to that other than, about time. My God.
Snoop Dogg biopic is coming out in 2027, and it's titled Snoop. That's
nice.
It. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 2027 release. It's directed by Craig Brewer, and apparently Jonathan Davis, probably not that one, is playing Snoop. Yeah, it's probably not the lead singer of Korn.
The lead singer of Korn is playing. I can just see him just walking in like
twist,
laid
twist,
back.
twist.
With my mind and my money and my money and my mind.
I liked Korn. Is
lo-
Korn still a thing?
I still love Korn. Yes,
But-
I just saw Korn last year.
But do people still care?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, nice.
Oh, dude, it was a great show. Tons of people were there.
Because eventually we become the old guys who are like, we're going to go see Motley Crue.
Well,
Like, I mean,
you're not
you know-
wrong, but my 27-year-old coworker, right? So, like, I'm 38. So he's, I got 11 years on him. He was jamming Korn and like coming up and talking to me about Korn because he's like, "Oh man, did you?" I'm like,
Normally
"Oh, yeah,
you got to
of
go
course."
on the internet to see someone jamming Korn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but either way, no, they still have a very strong influence, and
All right.
I don't know. I just feel like Jonathan Davis is the freaking man. They don't have Fieldy back yet. Fieldy, come back. We want you back.
I mean, that does say Jonathan Davis, does it not?
It certainly does say Jonathan Davis.
All right, so Jonathan Davis is playing Snoop Dogg. I kind of now wish it was Jonathan Davis from Trump,
I'm just gonna
from Korn, because now that I think about it, he's going to be, he's white.
Yeah,
It's kind of funny.
and he does have dreads.
He
does have dreads.
There's the connective tissue.
So there we go, guys. Jonathan Davis of Korn will be playing Snoop Dogg. You heard it here first. Earthling Entertainment.
Breaking the news.
That's right. Breaking news.
Well, one of the things that have been really annoying about AI since it's become a thing is people making fake movie posters. I can't tell you how many things I've heard. This sequel's coming out. This movie's coming out. Look, Elf 2 now starring Zendaya. Like,
dude, you're right.
it
No, I've
annoys-
seen him too.
it annoys the hell out of me. And what annoys me more is not the fake posters, but it's people sharing them and saying they're real without even looking it up. It's so easy, guys. Google it. Google it. If it's not in Variety, if it's not on IMDb, it's so easy to debunk these things.
Or even go to the comment section. Usually, that's the quickest way. Usually, when I see something, I'm like, yeah, right. Go to the original post. Go in the comments. Usually, they've got them nabbed. They're like, oh, this is AI. This is not true. Like, and then you can do your own research after that if you like. But usually, it is.
Well, do you remember a few years ago they had a fake movie poster for Fern Gully, the live action movie?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
It broke my heart.
It had little Zendaya on there, and it was just like, oh, Fern Gully's happening.
That's right. Toxic love. Toxic love.
Well, apparently it's happening now. It's in development. A live-action remake of Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, is reportedly in development by MGM and Amazon.
Dude, one of my favorite films growing up.
I really liked it too. I recently tried to watch it with my kid, and he just turned 3, and apparently the smog monster played by Tim Curry is a little too scary for him at the moment.
That's right. Yeah, Hexus.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy name. Yeah.
Dude, he's awesome, man. That whole song too, and I've seen like clips of Tim Curry in the studio singing it. It's just so iconic. It's so good.
What was up with like Black Smoky Ooze as the main villain? There was this other movie
It was
called
Pollution.
Well, no, yeah, I get in that movie, but just in general, they did it a lot. I remember there was the My Little Pony movie because my sister had that when she was a kid. She's older than me, so the timing works out. And their whole village got destroyed by like this black or purple sludge. And then I saw the exact same thing in Little Nemo in Adventures in Slumberland.
Okay.
The point is, black sludge was a big thing in the late 80s and early 90s.
That's right. So Ghostbusters they were like top edge, being like, we're going to go purple.
Well, wasn't it kind of like pinkish?
Yeah, it was. You're right. It was more pink. Yeah, it was more pink.
Thinks I don't know my sludge.
He knows his sludge.
I know my sludge. But
That's right.
I'll definitely see a live action Fern Gully. Couple questions. How screen accurate are these cartoons to live action going to be? Because those fairies were pretty much naked. So I'm a little interested as what we're doing there. I don't know. How old are these characters? Because they better be over 18 if we're going to have a actual costume accurate to the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. But I'm into it. I want to see a Robin Williams bat in live action.
Oh, dude. I was just, they used and abused me, battered and bruised me, red wires, green wires, stuck them right through me.
Did you ever see the straight-to-video sequel?
No, I did not. Was it good?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, save the rainforest, everybody.
It was terrible.
Let's save the rainforest.
Save the rainforest.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. You're the man.
Oh, man. Do you like, because I know we've talked about it before, do you like old horror movies, like the black and white stuff?
I mean, yeah, of course. I love the classics and stuff like that. I've seen most of them. Which one are you talking about?
Them.
Oh,
1954 THEM, them.
I don't know if I know them.
It's giant ants. Like it's one of those 1950s atomic giant ants kind of movie.
I love that style because, we loved Eight-Legged Freaks, which was made after like those kind of films.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely kind of playing on that whole genre.
Yeah.
Well, Glenn Powell apparently is doing a remake. He's going to be in it. I like Glenn Powell. He's not my favorite new action star, but he's fine. He was pretty good in The Running Man.
Okay, so he was in the new Running Man.
Yeah.
Okay,
He was also in Top Gun. He played Rooster. No.
Oh,
I don't
I
remember.
know exactly who
Pretty
you're talking
Boy.
about. Yes, I know exactly who you're... Kind of a tough guy.
Yeah.
No,
he was Star Fox.
Oh, I didn't even know he voiced
Star
Star
Fox in Mario Brothers Galaxy.
That's awesome.
Right on.
Well deserved.
Well, anyways, he's going to do a remake of Them, a 1954 giant ant movie. And one other kind of side note that has nothing to do with anything, Ryan. Leonard Nimoy's in that movie. He's in like one scene. It was like one of his first films. He's kind of an extra. He's just like a soldier. He's in like one scene. Like, yes, sir.
Awesome.
Leonard Nimoy.
Live long and prosper.
I don't know. That's it. That's all the real news we have for today.
Okay.
One thing on a side, kind of a sad note, is Patrick Muldoon. You may know him the same way I know him, is from Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
I recognized him right off the bat. He was the one that was the other pilot with.
He was Johnny Rico's rival.
Yes.
And Denise Richard left Johnny Rico for him.
And he got his brain sucked out.
Well, that's what you get when you steal Denise Richards.
She was the worst character. She was so horrible.
I mean, yeah, that's a different story.
Well, we've all been through it, haven't we, boys?
I like this one.
Would you like to learn more?
I would like to learn more. Well, anyways, he died from a sudden heart attack. He was only 57, so that's really, really sad. He is also known for Melrose Place and the soap opera Days of Our Lives.
Well, I'll never forget him, honestly, because Starship Trooper lives rent-free in my memory. So, here's to him.
Here's to him.
Here's to him.
Disclosure discussion. Ha 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 ha. It's about aliens and stuff.
Project Serpo. Project Serpo is a complex and intriguing story that has fascinated ufologists and conspiracy theorists for decades. It revolves around a supposed exchange program between humans and extraterrestrial beings from the Zeta Reticuli star system. The program allegedly began after the infamous Roswell UFO incident in 1947 and involved sending a select group of American astronauts to an exoplanet in the Zeta Reticuli system known as Serpo.
Would you go?
Yes.
I kind of would too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Live on an alien planet for a while, because you'd have to kind of trust with there being an exchange of them having their aliens come to our planet that you'd be relatively safe, right? You'd have to assume.
I mean, either way, even if that's the way you go out, what a way to go.
It's true. Yeah. All right, fair enough. I'm always wondering if we could ever visit another planet because, just the different size with pressure and the chemicals in the air. It's so unlikely we'd be able to just go to an alien planet and walk around like in Star Trek.
Chances are we wouldn't be able to. Yeah, we would need some kind of advanced technology to protect us, from the atmospheric pressure.
I mean, you wonder if this exchange, when they went to this planet, if they had to deal with wearing suits all the time or living in tunnels, or if it was super close to our, planet.
Or are they just able to, with their technology, protect us?
Yeah, here's a weird sci-fi bloop bubble.
Yep.
He's fine.
Now you're good.
Makes sense.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, as far as science fiction is concerned.
So these astronauts reportedly spent years in contact with extraterrestrial beings before returning to Earth with extraordinary tales of their adventures.
You'd have to, man, right?
Oh, right? Wouldn't you?
The one drunk at the bar, like, I lived with aliens once.
For a long time.
Tell me, Terry.
You didn't tune into Earthling Entertainment and learn about Project Serpo? Well,
yep.
Get learned.
Get learned.
A surviving alien designated EBE1, which I've actually heard of him before.
EBE1?
Mm-hmm. Is said to have facilitated the program, acting as a bridge between humans and its home planet. The origins of the Project Serpo account remain shrouded in mystery. The first detailed descriptions of the program surfaced in a series of anonymous posts on a public forum in 2005. These posts claimed to reveal the existence of the exchange program and provided extensive information about the astronauts' journeys and their experiences on Serpo. The narrative has since been supported by a range of evidence, including classified documents allegedly leaked by insiders, testimonies from individuals claiming to have participated in the program, and connections drawn between the Serpo account and elements of popular culture.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what you need to believe in something, but it's not just one guy who's saying, "Hey, you want to know something weird?"
I was on Serpo.
Yeah,
What's Serpo? Oh, you haven't heard of that?
There's a little bit of evidence to support that this was an actual program.
More than a little.
I like to think it's real.
I would as well, and this isn't the first time we've heard of secretive programs trying to contact extraterrestrials.
Or just working with extraterrestrials. There was an
Correct.
underground base where apparently the lower levels were just the extraterrestrials doing experiments. We've heard about this.
Supposedly even underground, like under some of our airports. Like supposedly, I've heard stories of that. Like it's crazy. So let's dive back in. Despite the seemingly,
we're gonna do a segment like where it's a disclosure discussion. Airports.
Honestly, I've heard some stuff, so I'll look into that actually.
All right, why not? Go for it.
So, despite the seemingly compelling evidence supporting the Serpo narrative, skeptics have raised doubts about its authenticity. Critics argue that the lack of verifiable evidence on the fantastical nature of the claims suggests that the story might be a sophisticated hoax or a piece of modern mythology, echoing themes found in classic science fiction. The allure of Project Serpo continues to captivate our imagination and encourages us to explore what might exist in the vast expanse of space and compels us to consider the implications of potential contact with intelligent life beyond our planet.
I mean, it's true. I'm a lord. I'm very alert.
I am very alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
like that cartoon character who smells pie and just starts kind of floating.
I feel like that's me to every UFO, extraterrestrial story, theory, you name it, you know. And Joe brought this one up to me, and I floated right to it. That's for sure. The controversy surrounding Project Serpo reflects a broader societal interest in the unidentified flying objects and extraterrestrial life, symbolizing our longing for exploration and the unknown. Despite ongoing debates about its authenticity, the story remains a thought-provoking narrative that challenges the limits of our knowledge and imagination. Interest in the possibility of extraterrestrial life and human-alien interaction extends beyond the realm of science fiction. Over the years, several alleged projects similar to Project Serpo have emerged, each adding to the complex tapestry of stories about interstellar exchanges. Often shrouded in secrecy and controversy, these accounts fuel discussions about the existence of extraterrestrial beings and their potential contact with Earth.
Excuse me.
Not at all. One notable example is Majestic 12, MJ12, a supposed secret committee of scientists, military leaders, and government officials formed in 1947 to recover and investigate alien spacecraft.
The Illuminati, if you ask me.
I mean, maybe. The MJ12 documents first emerged in the 1980s and have been the subject of intense scrutiny and debate within the UFO community. While many consider these documents to be a hoax, others believe that the provided evidence of a deep-rooted government conspiracy to conceal the truth about extraterrestrial encounters.
Which obviously is what most ufologists subscribe to. I mean, I think if you believe in anything to do with aliens, you would pretty much assume, yeah, the government's not telling us everything they know.
I remember being shocked that was shocking to people. Because I remember being young and being into UFOs. And literally, I would rent UFO books, from the library and stuff. And it all said the same thing.
That's right. He rented books from the library.
That's right. And all of them said the same thing, that it was a government cover up, that, so as as a kid, I already knew that. I'm like, oh, okay, so the government just lies about this.
Yeah, we kind of just easily accepted the fact that the government is never going to be truthful. That's why, we're not going to get into the political list, but when 9/11 happened, why I was like, there were some rabbit holes that were very easy to fall down.
Yeah.
It's just because it's like, all right, nothing is real. You can't trust anyone.
That's right. That's right.
Well, back to these aliens and Project Serpo.
Another intriguing account relates to Richard C. Doty, a former United States Air Force sergeant.
Dick Doty.
Don't forget about Doty.
Don't forget about Dick Doty.
Nowadays, everybody
Dick
wants
C.
to talk,
Doty.
got something to say, but when it comes out and move the lips, bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers that, and they forgot about Doty.
Okay, just start that over.
Another intriguing account relates to Richard C. Doty, a former United States Air Force sergeant who claims to have provided records of an exchange program to journalist Linda Moulton Howe for her HBO documentary, The E.T. Factor.
I got to meet Linda Moulton Howe on several occasions. I think it was Alien Con 2018 and then another Alien Con. I don't know, but I went to 2 of them and I got to meet her. She signed things for me.
Was she nice?
Yeah, she was nice.
Did she smell nice?
I didn't smell her. One, it's creepy to smell random people, especially people with any form of celebrity. You don't want to be that guy like, can I have your autograph? You smell just like I thought you would when I watched you when I was a kid.
You do.
Yeah, it's creepy, right? It's creepy. Actually, it's true. As a guy, when I've approached celebrities in a convention situation, it's funny because I could talk to anyone in any real life situation or interview situation without a problem. But when I meet them and I'm like, I'd like your autograph, that's when I feel weird. I remember meeting Amy Jo Johnson, who was the original Pink Power Ranger.
Okay.
Well, she wrote a comic book that happened to the character Kimberly, the Pink Power Ranger, and Tommy years later.
That's awesome.
Well, this comic book I had her sign, right? So I remember I wanted to have her sign it. I went up there and it felt so weird to just be like, hi, I thought you were really cute when I was like 8.
It's just, when it comes to photos, just do the Keanu Reeves. Just the open hand.
Yeah,
open
just
hand.
be behind people.
Yeah, you don't, yeah.
You know, it's funny. I made that mistake once, as there was this guy named Noel Fisher, and
You get a little handsy.
Here's the thing. So this is one of my first interviews. It was like 2013, 14, and he was playing Michelangelo in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he was also on, God, what was it? Shameless. But he was an actor, and I was interviewing him. I just didn't know how to act in front of people, and there was a few faux pas I did. I swear to God, I may have even been like, "Hey, you guys ever want to hang out?" Like, I mean, I had a few really.
That's awesome.
It was. But when we took a picture, just because of height, I just put my arm, and I swear to God, I did one of these. And I have the picture.
Yes.
I've recently not recently, but
Power.
I cropped it so it
Bunga.
doesn't look that weird. It seriously looks like I am way too into that guy.
Well,
And it's, very handsome man. Not the case.
but he did a very great job as Michelangelo,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see where, you'd get, your loins, burning a little bit there, bud.
Not at all, but it's like a weird faux pas, because looking back at it, I'm like, that guy was probably so creeped out. And it was Pete Plaza and Noel Fisher. I don't think I was, I don't think I weirded out Pete as much. If you want to see
As much.
If you want to see the video where all that stems from, it's on our YouTube channel. If you go down to like the journalism section, it's me eating pizza with the Ninja Turtles. We're doing like a blind taste test with the Ninja Turtles.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. I am a little pissed though, because I did request to be Casey Jones in the sequel, and then they said they'll make some calls. Years later, they had a sequel. They had Casey Jones. No one called me, Ryan.
I didn't think that looked like you.
So every single time I watched that movie, all I could think of is, boy, I really creeped that guy out.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's not the only thing that lost that role for you, Joe.
Yeah. Talent. But then again, they gave it to Stephen Amell. So, funny thing to that, it's actually really good that I did that and I screwed up, because that same year, like a few months later, we did James Gunn. We interviewed James Gunn for the special features of Guardians of the Galaxy. So like the DVD release.
That's awesome.
And that funny? Well, the only reason why I bring it up is by then I knew enough to like not have a faux pas. And luckily that interview may have not gone great. It went great. I kicked myself a little bit because there's other questions I wanted to ask. But like I didn't creep anyone out and everyone was happy. Worked out.
That is definitely that is moving forward. That is a step up. Well done.
Thank you.
With James Gunn. Well done.
I'm starting to realize that this is way past the Earth Pop section, and we're actually talking about aliens. I really don't know how we made this left turn. Anyways, back to aliens.
because we were just talking about Linda Moulton.
Oh,
How?
yeah. You know, I met her once.
Oh, no.
Is Joe seizuring out?
So, according to this narrative, the exchange program was initiated in 1965 and involved 12 individuals selected to visit an alien planet. The story continues.
We pick you, Gary.
That's right, Gary.
You're the one.
Get in the ship, Gary.
It's about time.
Kiss your mama goodbye.
We're going to show you some shit.
Here we go. The story continues by
Gary.
detailing the return of Gary to Earth, with some choosing to remain on the alien planet. Can't blame him.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
That was Gary.
He
He had his reasons. He left for reasons, let's just say.
Yeah, Gary left for reasons,
He assumed
stayed for
it was,
reasons.
he was like Steve Buscemi and Armageddon. He assumed he was going to die.
That's right. He's got the whole world in his hands.
No, that was Rocket Man.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. I got the whole world.
Yeah, that was Rocket Man,
that
but
was
also in, sorry, not Armageddon. I was doing him from Con Air. Steve
Con
Buscemi
Air.
when he was singing
You know
with the
what's
little
an
girl.
underrated
That's so
movie?
funny.
Con Air.
Con Air is such a great movie, Joe.
I got you a bunny.
On any other day, that might seem strange. that movie's amazing. Oh, where were we?
Aliens.
The concept of human-alien exchanges gained further traction with the release of Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a film that some believe was inspired by actual events. The movie portrays human encounters with extraterrestrials and includes with a human voluntarily joining them on their journey back to their planet. This has led some to speculate about the potential influence of classified projects on popular culture. Discussions surrounding these alleged projects often intersect with reports of UFO encounters categorized as close encounters of the first, second, and third kind. This
Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind was a movie starring Mila Jovovich.
And how?
I liked it.
Me too. This classification system was developed by astronomer and UFO researcher J. Allen Hynek. The category
Project Blue Book.
That's right. The categories range from simple sightings to physical evidence of their presence and finally to direct encounters with extraterrestrial beings. While concrete evidence supporting these projects remains elusive, the stories continue to captivate the public imagination. They serve as a testament to humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown and the possibility of life beyond our planet. Whether these projects are real or elaborate fabrications, they challenge us to ponder the vastness of the cosmos and the potential for extraterrestrial encounters. I don't know why I screwed that up at the end there.
I like
but
at the end it was cunt counters.
and I meant to say extraordinary encounters, but it came out as extraterrestrial encounters. And that's not what I meant to say, everybody. But that's what came out.
Professional.
As we advance our technological capabilities and continue to explore the universe, the legend of these alleged projects encourages us to keep an open mind. The search for extraterrestrial life is not just a quest for answers, but also a journey that tests the limits of our understanding and the boundless nature of our curiosity.
I feel so tested.
The stories of Project Serpo and similar initiatives may one day find their place in the annals of human history, not as mere myths, but as the first chapters of our interstellar odyssey. How was that?
It was terrible.
I said it as epic as I could.
Yeah, it was awful. You gotta do it again.
Damn. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, tell us at Earthling Entertainment Podcast at gmail.com.
That's right. Email us about how we just did.
Actually, that would be really, really funny if someone emailed up like, concerning your inquiry on the reading Ryan did for this week's disclosure discussion.
And I say,
I do say that I believe it was shit.
shite.
Shite.
From an arse.
Oh, man. So, you know what was kind of funny is we've done this for, like we said, 124 episodes. I figured we would have covered that before. I never heard of that before this week.
No, you brought that up to me because I'll admit I hit a bit of a dead end just because there was just a lot of this and that I wasn't sure yet.
The problem with covering things that are in the alien paranormal realm is there's a lot of just straight up nonsense done for clickbait or... I don't want to call anyone crazy, but I'm just saying there's a lot of nonsense that you have to weave through to figure out, okay, well, this is credible nonsense.
I do want to say it's like, it's a problem, but I feel like it is a good problem to have in the long run because it's actually out there. If I type in UFO news, if I type in extraterrestrial news, I'm actually going to get like a ton of recent articles about it, right? And it's like, I'm trying to sift through and find non-biased information, actual, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's hard, but it's a good problem to have. Because I remember when you used to type that in, you'd be getting things decades old that it's like, oh, you know, no one cared to look at it again. Now it's actually...
I mean, I do like covering the famous reports, but it's nice it's nice to have some up-to-date stuff. The problem is, in my opinion, when we're doing these disclosure discussions, is that a lot of things read the same. Like when you're talking about a light was spotted in the sky, it moved erratically, and there's some witnesses. Well, there's a billion different versions of that story from different places around the world. So if we retell that every single week, it just gets boring and repetitive.
Well,
so disclosure discussion, more than I think spooky stuff, is actually quite a challenge.
It is, and it's evolved so much because you're right. When it first started, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about recent UFO sightings, which was just that. It was like another new light. It was another new this or that. Maybe one, maybe two people saw it. You know, the video sucks. You know, we're not
discounting those encounters either. They might be real. There's just nothing to talk about. There's only so many times we could repeat, well, it looks like a glowing light. And that, you know, how many times are we going to say, well, that can't be Saturn because Saturn wouldn't be in the sky at that form. I mean,
exactly. And we found ourselves every week being like, how can we challenge this section? How can we challenge disclosure discussion to be more, to cover more? And that's why we've tried to jump all over we're either doing like we just did an older account. Sometimes
we spread our wings. We did like the UFO Museum in Roswell for one of them once. You know what I mean?
Yep. And every now and then we just do an alien race that, has been really well covered. Like we only cover the ones that like seem to be, that is probably a race of extraterrestrial.
I don't know if we covered the Greys, but I know we covered reptilians. And
we did within reptilians, because even the reptilians in that account
have a tentative relationship to the Greys.
Like almost like a slave like relationship to them.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's just a theory.
Correct.
Like every theory. My theory with the Greys are they're evolved humans that, because of space travel, lost muscle mass and other things, you know, because it was always dark in space.
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes got bigger, things like that. That's my theory.
My theory was always that they were synthetics. That they were
that works too.
That they had evolved to like this, like whether or not they were created or not, I can't decide.
We use drones. We send drones to different planets.
Yes.
Who's to say an alien's concept of a drone wouldn't be a humanoid shape?
Like a synth. Yeah. And it would be able to operate everything just fine, and it could even interact with its environment, which we've seen Greys, which we've heard of Greys doing.
I'd be disappointed if I get abducted by aliens and they turn out to be alien robots. I'm going to be disappointed. To me, it was like watching the movie Contact or reading the book by, Carl Sagan.
I can't remember.
Carl Sagan wrote the book. Anyways, the point is getting to the end of that and not being able to see an alien, but seeing what the alien thought the mind of the main character could handle.
You're sounding like Mr. Garrison in the old South Park where they're made fun of it.
That is what it is, though.
I know.
That is actually what
went
happened.
through the whole movie just to find out the alien was her damn father.
I figured South Park made mention of it such a long time ago that I was safe using a similar reference, but I guess I'm not. The point is,
I had to,
if
bro.
I finally run into aliens and they're robots, I'm going to be disappointed. That was the only point I was trying to make.
Contact.
Contact.
But no.
Also,
dude,
I don't like the idea of the alien race being dead and us interacting with like the supercomputer they made thousands of years has survived.
Oh.
That feels Star Trek-y. I just want a
I was
alien.
gonna say that
I just want a
too.
fucking alien. I want an actual alien.
I was gonna say, what if I am right and they are synths of a type, and whoever made them, yeah, that their whole species died out long ago, and these things are just out here autonomously working and just visiting worlds that have potential for life qualities, water, and animals, stuff
I mean,
like
if
that.
they're synths, they don't really need a lot of that.
No, but what if that was like their mission?
All right, let me tell you something. I'm going to throw something at you that you're going to kind of laugh at.
Okay.
So there's this book in the Animorphs series
Oh,
called The
here we go.
Android. And The Android is probably book 9 or 10. I'm not entirely
We can't
sure.
escape Animorphs.
Anyway, listen, we made a deal that I would never bring up the 1993 Mario Brothers movie again, so now it's Animorphs. And
I'm just saying,
until I run this shit into the ground.
I don't know if you read the fine print, but I'm about to start making it the prequel to Captain Planet again.
Yeah, well, you got to come up with something new because Animorphs doesn't work for that.
That's
Anyways,
true. I will.
hold on though. I'm gonna be very brief with this. Don't worry. Animorphs is a kids' novels series. Came out in 1997. You could buy it alongside Goosebump books. It was Scholastic. There's 54 issues. They were kids who could turn into animals, and they fought alien races called the Yorks. Anyways, the book that I'm talking about in question, they've come across an android, and this android was made by an alien race who has died off. And this alien race was this very happy alien race that like didn't have war. They were super peaceful, and they were basically dogs, like humanoid dogs. So they were destroyed by a bad alien race. The robots lived. Years later, they come to Earth. They see wolves. They decide that wolves are close to the people who created them. So they mix the DNA of their creators with wolves and actually are the people who made dogs, modern day dogs. So the reason why dogs are so friendly and lovely and have fun is because it is the souls of these alien race that were brought to Earth by the androids.
I knew it.
All I'm saying is, isn't that fucking dope for,
Yes.
for a kid's chapter book?
Yes, that's fucking dope.
All
That
right.
is fucking dope.
If they're remaking it. We covered it last week. They're remaking Animorphs for Disney Plus, and there's so many things that are in the book that are very of the time. Basically, how they refer to, like, there's no cell phones, how they refer to the internet, the fact that they always go to the mall. Like, there's a lot of things that they're going to have to adjust. I was thinking when I started rereading this series, because I never finished it as a kid, so that's why I jumped on the bandwagon. I was like, how would I adapt it? And I was going to take like a Riverdale take, like they were going to age up. They weren't going to be like 13. They were going to be like 18, 19, 17. And then you could make the mall just the quad, I don't know. And I came up with all this stuff. And then Disney's like, we're going to remake Animorphs. And I'm like, every time, Ryan, every single time I come up with a fun idea, someone does it. I swear to God, there is some cosmic thing laughing at me. And it happens all the way back when I was a kid. When we were in 7th grade, I came up with, what were we going to do? It was Operation Save the World was the one with Mike. And then we were going to make a movie called Gold Midget. Do you remember that?
I do remember Gold Midget.
Gold Midget, the whole story of Gold Midget is, it was Goldfinger. It was James Bond. The character is the bad agent, and all the other agents die, so he's going to be an agent.
You'll never catch me, Lucky Charms, you dumb bastard.
Exactly. I made that shit gold. But the point is, I did it. I wrote a script. We actually we shot parts.
We did.
Yeah.
We shot some of that. Yeah.
The only reason why I bring it up is because, do you remember the movie Johnny English by the guy who played Mr. Bean?
No.
Well, surprisingly, they made like 3 of them. But it's a spoof of James Bond by that British actor, and it is word for word.
I'll bet it's awesome.
It is word for word what I came up with. I swear to God, I have this thing where I will come up with an idea that must be in the Akasha record or something. Like it's out there. It's universal knowledge, and other people must be fed the knowledge at the same time I am. Because there's so many times I come up with this idea, and then it fucking comes out like a year or 2 later, and I'm just like, if only I had the money to finance it, I would have beat them sons of bitches.
Yes. And we would have done a much better job than Mr. Bean. You know, only one of the best comedians ever.
It's fine. You know what I like about this episode, Ryan? Is how off the cuff we're going.
I know. I'm not even mad about it. This is great. I hope you guys are liking it as much as I am because this is fun.
This disclosure discussion is 27 minutes long so far.
Well, I remember you telling me last week that you were like, we haven't been doing enough on disclosure discussion. And I'm like, strap in.
Yeah, it's like, hold my beer. Let's move to real world weird, though. I think it's time.
Yeah, you know, because we are weird, you are weird, we're all weird. Hey.
And this is things that happen in the world that are real and weird.
Real world weird.
You know, Ryan, you want to hear some real world weird?
I do.
I have mentioned before that I have a bunch of ashes in my house, right?
Okay.
See that? Right? Hold on. There you go. See that alien head?
I do.
Yeah, that's a liquor bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Crystal Skull vodka that Dan Aykroyd has, right? Except it's an alien head.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
My dad's in there.
Oh.
I'm serious. He was murdered, and I was.
He certainly was.
Yes, he was. And I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe I should keep the ashes. And the only thing I could think of was putting that in there. Because one, he loved vodka. And two, he gave me that alien head and carried it around for whatever reason 3 years thinking that I would like this empty vodka bottle. So it's more to do with what the empty alien head bottle means than the fact that I put my dead dad's ashes in a vodka bottle. But if you knew him, it would be strangely appropriate. Is this morbid enough? Is this a dark enough thing that we could say?
I have both of my grandfather's, my father's father, and my mother's father's ashes in my skin.
You did the tattoo thing.
It is in the outline of the first tattoo I got here, which was this hourglass tattoo. And in the black outlining, I had both of my grandfather's ashes mixed in. And funny story, while they were doing the teeth here, there was a tear, and it just ripped me open, instant blood. And he was like, a bone was in the needle.
Ooh.
A little chunk of bone. And I'm like, oh, that's Papa Lang, that tough bastard.
Oh, my God.
Could have been popcorn.
That's a metal thing to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty metal. So, yeah. So, I don't find you that morbid, buddy. I carry mine with me literally everywhere I go.
Oh, well, shoot. Well, under that alien head right there and that little... Oh, I dropped Jason. And that under that alien head, that little red box is, because it was split up among many people, is Jeff.
That's
Jeff Moser,
right.
his ashes. Now, unless you're friends with him as a local, I don't imagine you know who he is. I talked about him a few weeks ago when we were talking about the Horrorcore magazine. He was
right.
He was a rapper who in Horrorcore did pretty well, died at a young age. Well,
hell of a guy.
Hell of a guy. Well, he died at 24 and he was a bit of a pothead. So he always said that we need to take his ashes and roll them into a blunt and smoke them. I am going to be 40 years old this year, Ryan. He died when we were 24.
2011.
I've never done that, and I don't think I ever will. It feels...
I heard some people did.
I want to honor him. It feels like something you say, not something you did. I mean,
I heard some people did.
Jeff had some dumb friends and dumb fans, and someone...
I heard it happen.
But, okay, here's the question. Is any of the people you heard who actually smoked his ashes in a blunt, are any of those people still alive now? There you go. Okay, so, like I said, not an intelligent move.
Stay away from drugs, boys and girls.
That might be the moral of the story.
You know what
here.
I'm saying? Let's all have your fun, experiment, but maybe consider the times. Maybe consider you can't be experimenting as much as they used to 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying, kids? Got to be careful.
Or at least take your weight into account. So
at least.
That's weird. Some things in weird.
Life is so weird, Joe.
So let's get into our first real world weird.
Segue right here. A suspicious claim leads to an unusual investigation.
Huh?
3 California residents are heading to jail after attempting one of the more bizarre insurance scams in recent memory.
I gotta be honest, this is a fun scam.
I love this.
They did not get away with it at all, but it is hilarious.
Claiming their vehicles were damaged by a bear that turned out to be a person in costume.
Oh, bear with us on this one.
The scheme first raised suspicion when an insurance company reviewed security footage submitted with a claim. What was supposed to be evidence of a bear attack didn't quite hold up under scrutiny. Investigators quickly determined the animal moved more like a human than wildlife.
And anyone who's examined the Bigfoot footage knows all about like tracking muscle movement and whether something dangles off the skin like a costume versus whether it's over actual meat and bone. And this is it's pretty easy to be.
It was a lot easier.
It's probably because we're not bears. Go figure. We're not the height. We're not the size. We're not the width. Like even if you had like a 6 foot tall fucking fat guy who's really stocky in a bear suit, it's still going to be like,
well, that might be considered a bear.
That's Gary.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Gary. That's a dude who went to that alien planet. Well, afterwards couldn't get a job. The government ain't going to say he worked for him, so he had no work history, and now he's ripping off people because of insurance fraud, dressed as a bear. Fucking Gary.
Well,
Project Serpico.
And they say that a bear is a overset man with a lot of hair who happens to also be gay. So Gary might actually be, in fact, a bear.
There you go. We don't actually know much about
by
Gary.
Technical term.
To be fair, he also could be an otter, which I don't remember the technical term, but is another subcategory.
An otter is a gay man who is like a little bit subdued, like a little bit more silent, like a little more, cool. Yeah. I know these things.
If you're into it.
That's right.
The things you learn on Earthling Entertainment.
I listen to way too much overplayed radio.
What do you?
Anyways,
what do you? Never mind. Go on.
I'll plug them if you want me to plug them.
Who?
Dave and Chuck the Freak. I've heard about them on there.
We do like Dave and Chuck the Freak. They were a morning radio show on 89X, and then they were a morning radio show on the Riff, and then
they're still here.
They're online. I don't know where they originally.
They're still on the Riff.
Sure, I'm sure. I'm just saying, I don't know what they originally started on.
Canada.
Are they Windsor? Yeah, they're Windsor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dave and Chuck the Freak.
Oh, dude, I love them. I've been listening to them forever. So, big influence. Thanks, guys. So, to confirm it, officials brought in a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife who concluded the same thing. The bear was clearly a person in a suit.
I mean, fair enough.
A subsequent search of the suspect's homes uncovered the costume used in the staged incident. So they didn't even get rid of the costume.
No, but it's kind of funny because if you look at the picture of the costume, it has these kind of like it's like a Wolverine claw where you've seen it where it's like steel knuckles, but they're like blades.
I think so.
Yeah, well, they got that so they could like claw shit. Because can you imagine the guy who was doing it? He's like, I'm a bear.
Rawr.
Rawr, I'm a bear. Not even like counting the fact that you might be on video looking like a human. It's also just you don't have the strength of a bear. Even if you got metal claws and you're scratching at a car, you don't have the force a bear would have.
This reminds me of the time that China didn't have bears, so they had dudes go into bear suits. I think we covered this on a couple years ago.
Up as pandas or something. It was like this one zoo. Yeah. I mean, you gotta hand it to them for fucking trying. They're like,
we need bears. Let's figure this out.
We're gonna get away with this for at least a week before it goes viral.
Oh my God. So this case has been dubbed Operation Bear Claw, and it led to the arrest of 4 individuals. 3 have since pleaded no contest to felony insurance fraud.
I mean, that's fair.
Now you're a felon.
Yeah, that's fair though.
What an idiot.
I mean, I think it's better than like burning down your building for insurance money, right? Because it's like you're fucking up a car with little Wolverine claws. That's got to be better.
Yeah, but still, a felony's a felony.
A felony's a felony, dude. But apparently you could be president with a felony, so it doesn't actually matter. Not our show. Moving on.
Not our show. So, Operation Bear Claw, like I said, 3 have since pleaded no contest to felony insurance fraud and were sentenced to 180 days. Not bad. To be served, though.
I mean, 180 days.
Wait a minute.
Can you imagine that? Like, what you're in prison? Like, what are you in there for? Murder? What are you in there for? Robbery? What are you in there for? Dress like a bear?
Dude, hear this out. Hear this out.
All right.
Sentenced to 180 days to be served through a weekend jail program.
Okay, so that's like forever.
So like 180 days. So you're only serving.
You're only counting 2 days a week.
2 days a week. So you still got to work. And then your weekend is going to jail.
Wow. It's like the worst Navy Reserve ever.
Oh my God.
So how much actually is that? How many weeks? 100?
So 180 days.
All right. So 180. It's 52 weeks in a year. So we're going to say that there's 100. So it's about a little less than 2 years maybe of basically nonstop. Work,
just nonstop
and then you go
hell.
Work. How's your weekend? Going to prison. How about you?
Oof. Oh.
Don't dress like a bear.
Man.
I've said it once and I'll say it before. Don't dress like a bear.
And it says they also have to deal with restitution. The 4 suspects.
What would restitution be?
I don't know. So probably like probation, right? Like afterwards.
Isn't
so
it's just like paying for what you did.
Oh, probably.
So they have to like go and like fix cars.
They probably just got to pay for.
No, like every week they got to go. They're like, all right, you see that scratch? You got to go to the parking lot, find some scratches, and fix them up. Here's a little patch.
No, I think they're going to be like, oh, we had to use 12 cops, and that cost this much money, and then we had to have these many people.
Yeah, you're right. Restitution's just money.
So now you're just paying for everything that they had to put into that investigation. Absolutely everything.
You're right. Restitution is just money. Yeah, fair enough. All right.
So the 4th suspect is still awaiting court proceedings. It's unclear what became of the bear suit, which is what we're all wondering.
The chief is using it for sex.
Wouldn't even be off.
I'm just saying, cop furries are a thing somewhere.
Check your OnlyFans.
I do. Now I know
he does. He really does. I've seen his history, guys. But it ultimately proved less convincing than the people who were wearing it. So they screwed all the way up.
You gotta have a lot of balls though for being like, you know what? We're gonna go through it. Like it seems like a drunken idea that you come up with your buddies, but to like, were they ever not drunk enough to sober up to be like, maybe we don't do this?
Make a bear sound.
Yeah. Roar. Yeah, Jerry could be our bear.
Dude, that sounds just like a bear. I was scared.
Someone pulls out their phone and they're like, what? Yeah, that looks like a bear. He looks like a bear.
I just peed my pants.
We can get away with this. We can do this.
To be fair, I was probably going to do that anyway.
Bear.
He's a bear. And we're going to give money.
Anywho,
that's why we don't do these things.
Here is the next real world weird. We got 2.
There's something hidden beneath the Great Lakes.
For once, I know there's a rock where there's like a carving of a mammoth. We're not talking about that, but that's in the Great Lakes. Superior,
it's
I think.
So
or
true.
Lake Michigan, yeah.
There are
little mammoth carving.
Yeah, there's ancient carvings down there.
It makes sense because honestly, the glaciers came, formed the Great Lakes. I mean, it flooded. It wasn't a lake. It was not. It's fine. Here's a story about the thing we're just talking about.
There's something sitting beneath the Great Lakes that most people have no idea exists, and it shouldn't be there. More than 100 feet below Lake Huron, researchers have found a network of massive stone structures, some stretching over 1,000 feet long, built by humans roughly 9,000 years ago.
It's pretty cool.
At the time, this wasn't underwater, as Joe just said. It was a land bridge, an open corridor where ancient hunters built large-scale systems to control and funnel herds of caribou.
I mean, if it was a land bridge, it probably was, still connected to the water. So that makes sense because the easiest way to ship things is waterways. That's why so many cities and ancient cities and modern cities are built on the water.
The Mississippi.
Fair enough. New York.
That's right. New York.
Detroit.
That's right.
I mean, it's all on rivers.
You're not wrong.
I'm not.
We're talking drive lanes, hunting blinds, an entire landscape engineered for survival. Then the water came. As the glaciers melted, the region flooded, submerging everything and somehow preserving it. Today, that entire hunting ground is still sitting there, almost untouched, hidden beneath the lake. Researchers have now identified dozens of these sites, all part of what is essentially a lost world. An intact snapshot of human life from thousands of years ago, right under one of the most familiar places in North America.
I bet
right here in Michigan.
That's right. I bet you didn't know that was not Olympus. What was it? Atlantis. Atlantis was in Lake Huron. It was right Huron the whole time. Oh,
that was good. That was
That's a knee slapper.
Which means, technically, there's an ancient civilization sitting at the bottom of the Great Lakes, and most people have driven past it their entire lives without ever knowing.
Oh my God.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Ancient alien civilizations living at the bottom of the Great Lakes right here outside of Michigan. That coming to you first from Earthling Entertainment. That is true.
Except
100,000% true.
What about
extraterrestrials have been found?
what? That wasn't aliens. It was humans.
It was humans, but maybe extraterrestrials.
Fuck it. We're gonna
Fuck
take
it.
this. It's real world weird, guys. So it's actually something in the real world, and we know humans built it. Aliens could have been there.
Could have been aliens.
But no, it couldn't have been aliens. They were just there because humans built it. You know how I can tell the difference? Because the crazy structures that we cannot build today, like, I don't know, the pyramids, that had alien intervention.
But there are pyramids around the world.
I mean, yes, but I don't know your point.
That it wasn't just the Egyptian pyramids, which are mysterious. There are many.
I mean,
There are many.
Yeah.
So
Right.
aliens,
There's pyramids probably in Antarctica. There's pyramids probably in Alaska. There's pyramids probably on Mars. We know there's pyramids in the rainforest. We know there's pyramids in China. There's pyramids pretty much everywhere.
maybe the dark side of the moon.
Oh, I love that album.
It is a great album. I mean, let's face it. But for real, we have just sent astronauts to the other side of the moon. Who knows?
Artemis 2?
Artemis 2.
Artemis 2.
And then Artemis 3 is going to actually land. So that's going to be a couple of years. But
You know what's nice about Artemis 2 is we got new photos that
Yes.
that ufologists can like comb through and be like, that rock looks like a statue of a monkey.
that's right.
I love that shit.
And they got to witness like new craters being formed, which lit up.
Like
they
being
said.
formed, like asteroids.
Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
and being formed.
And then they said it like lit up, and it was like really cool. Like they got to see shit that no one ever has.
I wonder, I mean, so sound doesn't travel through the vacuum of space. So I know the answer is no, but I wonder when it hit if it made like the bell sound they talk about.
Yeah, because that's what they said about the original rover. When it landed, it rang like a bell, reverberated for miles, for hours.
Yeah.
And it leads us to believe that the moon is definitely the craft that the reptilians drove here to watch us all.
Or it is a superstructure housing a small star. There's a
Could
lot
be
of
that.
theories.
Could be
A
that.
lot of theories.
Moonfall, right?
Well, I mean,
That
yeah,
was in Moonfall.
I'm not just talking about
That
a
was good,
Roland
though.
Emmerich film. I'm talking about actual theories.
That was a movie that ended up being way better than I thought it would be.
No one else agreed. It did not make money.
I know. It came out at a bad time.
And it could have. It could have.
You know?
But the whole thing of the moon is weird. How the moon is the perfect distance and size
Mhm.
from Earth to completely block out the sun. There's a lot of fun conspiracy theories of the moon. Maybe
Its size compared to us.
Yeah, maybe we'll do an episode all about the moon.
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea, dude.
I think we could cover enough because think about it. For spooky stuff, we could do something like a werewolf or a different creature that's affected by the moon. For a disclosure discussion, it's obviously everything about the moon. And then I bet in Earth Pop, we can come up with enough movies involving the moon to like have a thing. Maybe we'll have a trivia game. We haven't had a trivia game in like, I don't know, at least 30.
Music Mumbles.
It's been like 30 episodes.
I haven't done a Music Mumbles in a while, guys, so I know I can make some Music Mumbles about the moon.
I got to tell you, though, Music Mumbles is no longer a thing because we made it part of Earth Pop, so we got to make a different title for like a special music thing. Maybe
right.
Because we already had Special Report way back when, so we got to come up. I don't know. We'll figure this out later.
It's totally going to include Godsmack.
Sure.
Moon Baby.
You know what the best part of Godsmack is?
What?
Voodoo. I'm not the one who's so
far away.
You know what's
we
funny
don't
is I
want to
kept,
be kicked off
that's why I
YouTube,
stopped
so
it,
we will stop.
But I kept singing that song to myself when I was in the hospital with my second born son when he was just born, and I kept thinking to myself, well, hopefully this isn't a bad sign, because I just kept singing to myself Voodoo the whole time. So it's fine. It's fine. Quantum will be fine.
Let's take a blast to the moon, baby. Yo, I had to change the tone because that's not that song.
All right, I think we're about done here. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of another episode of Earthling Entertainment.
We got through it together.
Hooray!
Yay!
Do us a favor and download the episode wherever you get your podcasts. The audio version downloading, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. That is really the sweet spot. Download us there. If you'd like to see the video, you can check us out on YouTube. But that being said, download us on the audio version, even if you do check us out on YouTube, because the audio downloads is what pays the bills.
That's true. And honestly, guys, I got a new mission for you this week. Instead of just sharing the podcast, telling a friend, telling a coworker, I want you to actually, on your social media, I want you to go ahead and share this episode.
Ooh.
Or if you don't want to actually share the physical episode, I want you to talk about it and share like an image that interests you when it comes to what we talked about this episode, when it comes to UFOs, when it comes to the cryptids and stuff like that. That
a
is
random
like,
picture of a fat gay man.
That's right, because this week our spooky stuff covers everything. So anything counts right now. So send it to us. Share it on your social media, share it with your friends, and be like, by the way, Earthling Entertainment.
I don't know where any of that was going, that you kind of went rogue with that one. But whatever Ryan said, I support.
That's where it goes.
Unless it's criminally chargeable. Anyways, guys, have a lovely evening. We'll see you next week. From all of us here at Earthling Entertainment, see ya.
And goodbye.